or whose, in the middle of our street. I hope you are settling in nicely and everything is succulent without Dr. Rocks leaving any surprises. The Kraken are bad, if only the evil Hurricanes were as bad as that. Happy looking forward day.
Patrol.
Hello, Ushata. Oh, I've got the... I have the hiccups, is what I was trying to say. I had a big sip of coffee right before I started the intro, and then the hiccups have hit. I actually really want to know what noise that was. Hang on a minute, I've got to mute up for a second. If you're new to stream, get used to it. How's it going, chat? Oh dear, that was exactly the opposite of what I was hoping for. Yes, the sweater is here. It's December 1st, which means I can finally crack out the Christmas sweaters. There is a glowing capybara. The cabinet is beginning to come together now. Excuse me. Oh my goodness me. Yeah, maybe. But I have a very big glass of coffee, and I thought that, you know, because I drink coffee out of glasses now. I'm that guy. Ooh. Things you love to see.
Merry Christ Maltmas Chatto.
In it. In it indeed. It's the last Malta. Technically, I mean, actually, there might be a thing on that which we need to talk about in a minute. Wait, how are we on a level 3 hype train? How does that work? Oh, it was a tier 3. Holy shit, you know. Thank you very much for the tier 3 sub. I wondered how it's suddenly gone to a level 3 hype train with 3 subs. But I guess it counts the tier 3s as more, right? Holy shit. Yes. Proper grim though, doesn't it? To be fair, it is iced coffee. Would that make you feel better if I said that it was iced coffee? It's the weirdest thing about actually Scandinavia I found was coffee in glasses, like hot coffee in glasses. I didn't understand it because it just meant that it was really hard to drink them because they were stupidly hot. I actually had to wear gloves when I was in this cafe in Tromsø. So strange. Took a shit in the glass. Yeah, but it is bloody delicious. It's got a lot of clips. Something for the final recap, I suppose, which there will be one. I'm going to record it tomorrow because potentially there may actually be a second looking forward stream on Tuesday. Terja! Thank you very much. No, hang on. Bente with the 34 months as well. Terja rocking the 45 months. You might also notice, chat, that the lights are back working again. I finally fixed the streamer bot thing that controls the lighting in time with the subs and stuff like that. So we're finally back on the actual lights doing stuff again now.
Do
which
not
is
want
nice.
to alarm you,
No,
but seems someone has stolen your bed. It used to be just behind you.
Knock it with the 28 in it. Oh. Second look. Well, it's basically because new house is brilliant, Hayden. Honestly, great. Oh, yellow. Love to see a bit of yellow. That looks really nice. God, the lights look so much better now that I've actually got a proper backdrop for them. It's almost like that stuff is actually quite useful in some ways. Oh, mate, it's kind of refreshed my brain. I was talking to Pog about this, and I think basically what's happening at the moment is everything is so novel to me that my brain is essentially functioning like a normal human being because it's just novelty everywhere. So I'm just excited to do stuff constantly. I'm getting up like 2 hours earlier every day just to do stuff and just do things. Whereas Pog's presence, well, this is my office. Although, to be fair, Pog's presence is everything you can't see. What I'll do for next stream is I'll put the webcam back on this monitor so I can show you the giant garbage pile as it slowly but surely... It's actually, I would say, about a foot shy of the ceiling over there. It really is, Boris Arche. No, seriously, I think... Well, to be fair, I assume some of you are work-from-home people, and those of you that have your own office versus perhaps didn't have your own office, I imagine when you got one, it made a massive difference to your mental health because you can then separate work and living, right? It is it's truly changed my brain around. It's actually incredible. Oh yeah, that and the whole the fact that the streams should in theory look a lot better now. And also thank you Voddies for but aiding me in working out what was going on with that basically. And telling me it looks good basically. It should even look better today because I've upped the bitrate even further to 8,000, which is the maximum Twitch will ingest. So we're going pretty much maximum settings on Twitch now, which is good. Library and a wine room. Yes, obviously. Where do you think I got my coffee? From the library. Fix the thing wrong with the camera. Do you mean the random flickering? It's not really a case of there's a fix for it per se. There's things you can do and hope it stops happening, but it's one of those. The problem with things like that is that you don't know if it's fixed until it randomly happens again. You know.
All round. How is the new house?
Mate,
going to miss Malta. We must keep Sirens as a permanent addition because I will dang miss it. I missed Thursday as for work and also ADHD update.
I will catch you guys up on what happened on Thursday if you did miss it. I haven't even registered with the local GP yet because it's going to take a little while. So basically, I'm going to do 30-second chunks on the request for the time being. Tony Holy as well. Thank you for the 42. God, the lights are actually distracting me slightly. Not try the coffee machine. Not today, Pog. I wanted to sort of... I was busy sorting some stuff out before stream today, and I didn't want to dick about with the coffee machine because you know I'd get distracted and start like dicking about with it. So I thought, fuck it. Whack the Flanders on, whack the moccasins on, grab yourself a nice coffee and kind of get with the program, right? Also, Twitch basically claimed that the maximum bitrate you can stream at is 6,000, but I know this not to be true. I know for a fact because of certain streamers and YouTubers I watch that it's 8K is their maximum ingest before it starts rejecting you, basically. And you can actually stream at like 20,000, but Twitch won't actually show it properly, and it'll only be on the VOD. So the VODies will have a lovely old time. First one positive. No, it's seriously, PJ, it's incredible. I've just got this big list of like ideas, and I feel more like I can actually action them now. I just want to kickstart things again, man. I've not actually uploaded a non-recap video on YouTube since August, and that was the Olympia League video. Why am I holding the string like that? Smoking Jack, well, yeah. I don't vape anymore, as well you know. Oh, God. The problem with the early Sunday morning streams is my throat. It gets all gunky. So, lookups for earlier players. Basically what we'll do, we'll figure out how we're going to do this. Obviously, I have earlier versions of the save, so we can just go back, and I can just load FMRTE for that. We might even do that first, honestly. That way I can basically screen capture a big list of the PAs for you, and we can just have it so that I can put it somewhere that you guys can look at. And that way we've got reference points for the rest of the stream, because otherwise we'd have to keep reloading the old saves back again. And I don't know how else we could really do that. Because there is that thing with an RTE that I think you can do where you can like load it, then click on the thing at the top and it shows that specific player, but that will be a bit of a pain. So I think maybe our best bet actually is to roll back to the original save file, which is the one I've not got loaded. It's in the Discord as well if you want it, by the way. As in the save file from the point before I started the simulation, which means the players have had their loans renewed. Just in case you were wondering about that. Oh, dear. No longer Essex Cafu. I am no longer in Essex. Yes, this is very true. I'm finally the Cambridgeshire Cafu. Which, if you ask me, has a better ring to it. So, likely, it'll actually be a shorter stream today because... God, my throat is a pain this morning. Because the football starts at fucking 1:30 today. For some reason, the Premier League went, yes, today needs to be a 1:30 start to the kickoffs and whatnot. So my plan is to potentially do a second looking forward stream on Tuesday. That way we essentially combine and get two larger ones. That was my thoughts. Because otherwise we wouldn't have a stream on Tuesday or Thursday anyway, because I need to work on OTI stuff. And I have the time to do a stream on Tuesday and still get the OTI stuff done. That was my thought of theory behind it, basically. So that way, if we finish at like 1:30 today, slightly earlier, or even slightly earlier than that, and then we just do another 3 or 4 hours on Tuesday with more looking forward stuff, basically. Because not everyone will be able to make it to both streams, or like one of the streams, etc. Yeah. Oh, mate, I saw the... I was watching the West Ham game, and Arsenal were 2-0 up. And then I randomly thought, I'm a bit bored of this. Pog's mate had just come round, so I just whacked on the F1 qualifying, I think it was. And then all of a sudden, my phone pops up, and it's 5-2 to Arsenal. Crazy. Play at 1:30. Loads of people, actually. Like, it's actually, there's a whole... There's, like, I think 3 games on at 1:30 today. It's Chelsea Villa, it's Man United Everton, and more importantly for me, Tottenham Fulham. Oh, I like that it comes through before it comes in my feed. Odd, thank you for the 23 months. You love to see it, friend. How's it going? I do like the yellow. That looks really nice. And not just because, you know, yellow and whatnot. We'll get the Christmas lights up soon as well, which will be really sick. Pog and I are doing some Christmas shopping, like for literal Christmas decorations and stuff next week, which is going to be dope as well. Oh, presumably the shot drinking pot. Maybe. So why exactly is the kickoffs an hour? It's in the stream chat, Tommy. You'll find the save file in there. It's like a media file link. It's basically... So what I did was I played a little bit ahead on last stream when we finished off, did the loan renewals for you because I thought that would be a bit of a pain if I made people do that. So I've done that for you already, and then you can just kind of take over from that point onwards. Normally I put up a save file where you have a blank one, but I was like, why the fuck would I do that? That way you keep all my scouting stuff in there. Saves you having to set up team reports again, although you might want to check those anyway, because I must admit I've been very lazy over the last year and haven't really been doing team reports because with the save ending I thought, what's the point, right? There you go, that's the link. It means that you guys can have a look through it yourself as well. And if you find anything interesting, let us know, and then we can look it up on stream and stuff like that. I know, look at me neutral normally. It's almost like I do this for a living now. Although I have admittedly for 4 years, and this is the first time I've actually felt like I look like I do. But the room's coming together. The latest edition is Capybara. Now, what I will say is you might notice under these shelves, there are little white things. Now, the idea was I wanted to get little spotlights that would shine a light on these things. Slight problem. They do work, but the flicker rate, because they're shit, basically interferes with my camera's FPS because they're clearly lower than 60 FPS, so to speak, and it causes this horrible flickering. So now I can't even use them. So that's fun. Not ideal. So I'll have to try and look into something better than that, which is a bit annoying. They're stealing all the bitrate, exactly. It just looked kind of shit, and I wasn't about that life. I'm about quality these days, chat, as you well know. Right. What's the capybara staring at? He's staring at some giraffes. This is courtesy of my friend Mikey, who brought me a glowing capybara. The cool thing about him is, to change his settings, you squeeze him, and the pressure inside the thingy is what causes the on and off bit. Exactly. He's squeezable too, yeah. It's so cool. Really, really cool. Yeah, I'll put a copy of the Looking Forward save up as well. I should have done that actually. Hey chat, look at me. Watch this. Ready? I'll tell you what I'll do for you right now. I will actually upload the Looking Forward save to Discord too. This is man is flexing he bitrate right now. We're going to upload and stream at the same time, chat. Watch me go. You ain't seen nothing yet. This is a true test of my 21,2076. Boom. It's 600 megabytes, so it might take a second. You won't notice any change, of course, because, you know, we're not being silly here. This is where the stream died. Yeah. That is my old bedside lamp. Yes, I'm using it as like a middle lamp thing, basically. You've had, there he is. There's Lampy. There's now a new thing in the way. We've actually got a chest of drawers here too, which means I can put stuff in it too, which is quite useful. It's where the stream dies. How dare you even suggest such a thing? The thing is, right, this massive file, I say massive file, it's like 660 megabytes, would have literally taken me possibly 45 minutes to upload at my old house. Maybe 50, genuinely. And meanwhile, not only am I able to stream at 8K bitrate without it affecting it in any way, it's already nearly uploaded. No, genuinely, one of my videos that were like 2 point something gigs would take me roughly 2.5 hours to upload on the old internet. Here it would be like under 10 minutes, if not quicker than that, honestly. It's actually crazy. Story from Mr. Swizzles. Not yet there isn't, because of the trash pile, but there will be soon. Not even in 45 seconds. We're nearly done. We're at 92% on the file. I'm just stalling for a second while I... there we go. And verifying copy link. It is there, but I'll also dump it in the Discord. Boom. The reason I wanted to do that was, one, because I'm flexing. But two, do you remember that time when I tried to upload a save file to Holly while I was live? Never let that be a thing that you ever want me to see me do again. Although now I could. It's great. I mean, that'd be incredible. So that'll be in the stream chat as well. Let's get off my big face now. We've had enough of this. So. This obviously is the big save file, the one that's in 2176. Upload speed now, about 105, which is actually not still the best you can get. It's the best I can get here. I get about 950 down, 105 up here. On Ethernet. On Wi-Fi, it's not quite as good. The hilarious thing is it's not any more expensive. It's just because I have the options for it, basically. Distant goal now, here we are. Well, exactly, Otto. That's why I'm trying to get more into the Instagram stuff, basically, and just trying to document that sort of stuff. Just because I actually quite like doing that kind of thing. It's just fun for me. 24 bucks at the oh my god, yeah, exactly. So, I think our first port of call before we do any lookups might be to literally just do a PA and CA check on like the actual squad from when we finish the save off, which is fine because I can just go to this, which is the yeah. See Carnage instantly. So the only thing I've seen, you know, sometimes when it's simming across, you can see like a league table in the bottom right-hand corner of a certain league, depending on which ones you've got loaded. For me, it was La Liga, and I sat here earlier getting it through to May so that we had the end of season stats, and it was that team Alvens or Aldensia, and also Ibar, if I recall correctly. Yeah, the player search bar will definitely do that. So let me load FMRTE. What I'll do is I'll screen cap our team. Where's Reynoso? What do you mean? He's our starting striker. Oh, you might have to untick the thing because he's injured, remember? But both of our main strikers were injured for the Champions League final, which is just great news. Right, RTE. How does this work? Sorry, I've not loaded this. I haven't used this since I did the... Fuck, which save was it? It was like a test, like beta thing. Not beta. Right, okay. Load... Can I just search for Sirens? No, it brings up the club. How do I actually get to the players? Is it under teams? Ah! Chat, you're about to look so silly. Oh, hang on. Right, I've got to... Right. Oh, this is fine. Wait, why is it not letting me... FM? Can I not... Wait, why is it not letting me... Why is Gyatso stop working? The hell? Ah, there we go. Boom. Bartos is cooking. He is not... Well, I'll tell you this, chat. Bartos is not our highest PA'd player. But he is our second highest PA'd player. The one that actually is really annoying. I know. I'm waiting to show you. I was trying to capture it properly. I want to get the full thing first, so that way we can see all the players in the first team squad. For some reason, Gyatso's command isn't working properly. I'm having to do it manually. I believe it went to there. This is all the ones in the first team. I'll look in the other squads in a minute as well. Viva's got it. In fact, not only is Cortez... Right, I've got to show you this now. Right, that's full screen. Ready? Bang. 195. Yeah, he's not even close to reaching it, and he never will. Otavio. Oh, that's annoying. Where's Babesi? 178 is still... Otavio at 189 is insane. Is he got the highest CA? That actually does make sense, considering... So that would explain why he was able to be a late developer, right? 200 PA on it. Oh, God. Where even is Hajara? Oh, mate. The annoying... That Thai guy... The thing is, Thai guy is actually really good. 160 is still elite. But it's not... When we had the choice between Hajarawan and Cortege of which ones to put up the eggs in our... Because I knew that we kind of really only had like the ability to develop one of them fully. I really wish we'd chosen Cortege. Yeah, Shurabadi, I think, tapped out really quickly. Shurabadi was more fun. Yeah, Cortege would... If we had managed to develop Cortege, which, let's be honest, I think he had a good personality. If we'd done the same amount of game time for Cortege as we did with Shurabadi, he would have 100% got in there. Oh, yeah, Lahovi's retiring. God, Lahovi was 175. Svetsanov was that Bulgarian striker, the really tall guy that we could never get any loans for properly. Oh, who's Javier? So, my God, 100. Where's Moser out of interest? Oh, shit, hang on, was he higher than Reynoso? Oh, my God, he was. Moser got to 182 by the time he was 23 years old. That's why he suddenly... Because all of a sudden, that game time we gave him must have... Also, fucking Dedimar. Yeah, Salamander getting... Salamander costing us that amount of money is really... Already lost from CA. To be fair, Lahovi would have been losing CA for ages. Basically. Cho is insane. Where's Cho? 186. And he... Was he the highest? Cho, I think, was the second highest CA, wasn't he? Yeah, Hans Zimmer. The fact that he was better than Babesi actually makes me... Then again, Babesi was maxed out. Like, Babesi hit 178, which is the literal max. For some reason, I thought Babesi would be higher than that. Peters was also 178. So both of our wingbacks. The asking price is basically, that's a lot down that to do with contract. Like, hang on, Osei. Oh my god. This is the guy that was on loan up to Hamron. Derek Osei was 185. Where was Vieira? 180. Yeah, he maxed out too. Tabakara being 180. God, we had three. Hang on, just to clarify, we had three different strikers. We had a 180, a 180, and a 183. Big fan. To be fair, this is what I mean about like goalkeepers. I think you could get away with a goalkeeper that's like a 160 to 170 kind of guy. Pereira 160 as well. Gudmundsson 182. Not bad for random Iceland. Oh dear. I think Osei actually did have higher PA than that. He must have done, right? Because he would have declined. Because he's 33 now, so his would have been dropping for a while, I would have thought. Because I think he had relatively low natural fitness. So I suspect that Osei probably was into the 140s at least at one point. I'd like to hope so anyway. Oh, Dominguez. That's the guy that Gudja had on loan, or have on loan rather. Blashkral at 168. God, Ogbonna at 169. It is crazy that Ogbonna has a higher PA than Salamander Silva. Bear in mind, Ogbonna cost me like nothing from Midtjylland. The full 5-star dude. That was, hang on. Which guy was the full 5-star dude? Yeah, this is again, Kravets. Where's Kravets? Yeah, Kravets at 175. Vecherich. Where's he? Jake Aspin as well. Is that random dude? Manuel Azinho. Who's that? Oh, that's Valenhaupt, isn't it? Sorry, I forgot that it's not showing. Oh, yeah, Vecherich. Oh, my shit. He's the guy we signed like last summer, isn't he? God, who's this goalie? Was that the guy I brought in on like a random... Jesus. I love seeing like random players that I didn't pay really any attention to in here. Like people like Frimpong, for example, 180. Lucas Carlson. That was a guy that I got on a free transfer from a second division Finnish side. This guy was playing in the Ikonen. It was at the mates. Yeah, him. Toboish was the guy. I still think that's an overspend. Also, just to clarify, yeah, I mean, I wonder where these guys rank as far as... Oh, we could go bigger. You can't see it all then, though. I wonder where these guys rank in terms of all the players in the world. What I might do is have a look and see how many of the best, like, 20 players we have, because I think you can do that, right? So, Admelson Silva's in. Oh, my God! Oh, I guess it's because they're in the first team, aren't they? Technically. I would want to look at, like, Matthew Side, if I get a chance as well. Where's Pugliese? Was he on the other page? Jeez, 166. He was just... Yeah, Anna Rose. Look at that. That was 159 from a club in Guadeloupe. I don't think I've ever seen a club in like a nation like that develop a player with that kind of PA. I'll 100% do that as well. That's annoying. This guy's a new one. Juarez is in there. Nazarena's not as good. Mamet Aslopi's kind of shit. Yeah, let me check the under 18 squads. Or under 23 squad. Oh, holy shit, chat. Hang on a minute. Why is my Gyatso commands have stopped working and it's a pain. Let me grab the under 23s. Oh my god. The under 23. Now, bear in mind, this is a lot of loanees and stuff. There you go. Carvajal was 186. Do you know what? That doesn't surprise me in any way. Carvajal being a 186 PA makes complete sense. When we saw him, he was goated and he had insanely high CA. Although his CA is not... Actually, he's only 19, so yeah, his CA is insane. That Korean guy's bloody good as well. The Georgian guy. This guy. That was the guy... He's hurrying. Hang on, I want to talk about the Georgian guy. This is that guy that we got through that scout report and we went, that guy looks better than the stars. 180 is absolutely unhinged, though. Any meme signings? It's hard to tell because I've got Davis in there as well. God, look at this. We basically... Crisanto as well. Oxen, Bjorklund. Some of these guys are not players even that... Like, who the hell is Ibrahim Kamga? I don't even know who that is. Alan Douglas was one set. Then again, he's Man United, right? Tenler's up there. That's the Banan guy. Hosilu. Wales-Aki, how much was he? 168. Wow. That doesn't feel high enough. But look at his CA. Who's the Greek dude? Was that the... Oh yeah, Ponticas. The fact that Ponticas only is 180 actually surprises me. I thought he might be higher. Drame? That's the goalkeeper, isn't he? That's both of the goalkeepers. They were literally 181 and 178. They're both... Canada had 2 goalkeepers above 170. But man, it's not the lowest PA. There's way more. Like the lowest PA technically... Oh my god, the scrolling. The lowest PA in our under 23 squad is actually 20, which is Barnabas. And Corey Clout is 23. Let me try and find like... What was the name of that youth guy? Because there's basically no one in our under 19 squad. The only ones in there is Sergiak, who's 160. Oh, Mihaly Weitner. Right, Mihaly Weitner, chat. What would you like to guess his PA is? And CA while we're at it. I'll look at Venuto as well. Ooh, 12. 95 CA, 140 PA. Oh, Hadrian, get ready to be super disappointed. 90 CA, 102 PA. You're so right. This is why we do really well in the youth league, because all our players have ridiculously high CA when they gen because of our facilities and everything, but they have no potential. So they gen at like 91 out of 95 basically a lot of the time. That's why when we get really excited about them, it's often a bit of a mistake. Enna Venuto, for example, who we had really high hopes for and looked good, 87 CA, 96 PA. Yeah, Tenler being 172 makes total sense. Those are the most obvious youth candidate guys. What about that Swedish dude? Abramson. I'm going to scroll down and see if I can find him. Sorry. The reason I haven't screen capped the under 23 squad is because there's like 200 players in it and I can't screen cap the whole thing. Oh, where's he gone? Is he first team still? I think I might have accidentally released him. Yeah, Said. I might have released him, you know. Matthew Said. Right. Okay, before we get into the proper lookups, does anyone want to go back to when we had players like Vida and Palacio and Matthew Said and get their PAs as well? And then we can start with the proper lookups. Let me just go back to like an older version of the save. Like season 16 is fine, right? Oh, that's mid. It kind of has to be. It doesn't matter if it's mid or not. Right, okay. I'm going to go back. Oh, fuck hell. Oh, yeah. Right, sorry. RTE was kicking off. Nice. Best patrons too. So I'm going to do a special video about that, but we can look at that as well. You can search him on RTE. Well, the problem is you can't do it with retired players, which is really annoying. But I will just look at Matthew Side and... Actually, I'll just look at Sirens again, right? Right, that's Sirens. Teams. How did I do this before? Right. I'll do the PAs again here. Oh, fuck me. Hang on, you're going to... Oh. You'll see what I've seen in a minute. Oh, fuck's sake. This actually makes total sense. It's just really annoying that he never managed to reach it. Right, this is the PAs back in, like, season 16. So this is 2040. Look who's number 1. No, it wasn't Jairo Vargas. It was fucking Miggy Torres. The game did try to tell us. It literally... So that means that... Was that... Because it's done that on a few players, hasn't it? And it has been right about it. So it seems to me when the game gives them full 5-star PA... Where's Said? Oh my god! That's actually pretty good. Like, legitimately, that's... He didn't feel like a 160 PA player. Maybe he just never reached it. Because at 24, he was 129. 160 is insane for Malta. Was Roy 164? That makes sense. God, he got there good. God. Mayhem Sultan was 168. The Iraqi dude. Quasi was 175, that makes sense. Dinko, oh my god, Dinko Kristic was 175. Who was 180? Kadri, Padilla, makes sense, and Palacio. Palacio was a free transfer. He was an amateur player. That's the... I think Palacio, now that I know that he was 180, is easily... Also, look at his... Oh, no, it's his condition. He was the best player I've ever picked up during amateur scouting ever. There's no way I'm going to ever find a player that good again. Surely. What else we got? Watara. God, Henry was only 159. Where was Cazorla? Oh, he definitely never reached that, right? Cameron Len was also pretty good, true. Didn't we sign... Oh, no, it was both him and Vida. Where was Vida out of interest? Was Vida on here? Oh, there he is. 151. Hot dog. Vida was just perfect for the role. He was just absolutely perfect for the role. Ooh. Enjoy your day, hard news. Don't worry, we're doing a second one probably on Tuesday to look through some more stuff. Amateur siblings. That's amazing. Both of them. I remember we had siblings on a different save. That was kind of cool. Modwang, Jibby 4, Perez. Perez was the shitty striker, right? The guy that, well, 157. That kind of makes a bit of sense. Ever Espino. Oh, Richard Curtis as well. Holy shit. Yeah, Quasi at 170. Quasi at 176 makes, or 175 makes total sense. Yeah, Vida is just match engine. Basically, he's pure match engine. So a bit further before Tuesday, nah, we've done 120 years. There's really no more. I need to use the computer to do like a proper recap video as well. Cazorla is. Do you know who I wish we could find? AlbinoLeffe. But I wouldn't be able to know where. Actually, was he? He might have been in the save at this point, so I might just be able to look him up. Ah, there isn't. He's not in the save at this point.
1 year of this madness, less than 3. Thanks for everything, Matt.
Thank you for the 12 months. Season 19. Let me go to let me change the save file. I have one for every year because obviously I have the season 19 should have it. Oh, let's have a look at season 19. Oh, there we go. Season 19 mid. Luckily, I have them saved in the middle of the season from all the recap videos. Camger and Len being that good from Ape Japes is fucking amazing. It does feel like we've whiffed on a lot of players, but then at the same time, we've also hit on a lot of players. Matthew Said being 160, I would have put him down at like 140 at best. Melman would have to go a bit further back. He's Juan Valencia. I reckon he's not that good. Because remember, Melman... Right, I'm loading one season 19 now. Excuse the fact that you can't see it. I couldn't think of a good way to capture it. So I figured this was the best way to go about it. Right. Sirens. Wait, why am I looking up Sirens? Actually, just want to see if there is anyone I missed in here. Oh my god. Chat. Itchik Biton was 189. That Israeli central midfielder that we had. Hubanov was 175 as well. Out of interest. Christ on a bike. Gazman! Thank you for the 23 months. Right, let me find the... God, Tremor Fafana was 160. Right, what am I looking for? Arifi. He's still not coming up. Oh, that's officials. Fuck's sake. The game... Arifi was 133. Arifi wasn't that good. 133 PA, 126 CA. And that was when he was 20 years old, in fairness. Damn. What? Okay, yeah. That's... Henry was only 159, yeah. Tony Sunday. I reckon Tony Sunday had to be like at least 160, if not 170. Or 180. Tony was 180. 180 PA. Oh no, Barca absolutely fucked us. Melman might still be around here. Melman was 156. 120, I mean, the CA is kind of irrelevant here, but he was 156 when he was 31. That's... Yeah, Gillet was technically better. This is very true. Before we get into the proper lookups, one thing I do want to do is I want to load the most recent version of the save again, and I want to just see how many of like the top 20 players we'd actually managed to get, and it would sort of give us an idea of where our recruitment was at. That one. There we go. It's... Because it feels like the scouting we've been doing has allowed us to hoover up, I would say, 80% of the really good talent from the slightly smaller nations. Because we definitely missed out on a lot of them still, because the amount of them we keep going, fuck, that lot, especially Colombia. Walt McConville, thank you for the 29 months, my friend. How was your sun that morning? Caribbean lad, couldn't get close to his English duel. That was Roy Fleming. He was, I believe, 162. Some of you are going to have to remember some of these numbers, because obviously later in the stream, I can still revert back to these, I suppose. Right, let me just load this in. How low we started? Oh, we started super low. Let me just check. How do I do this? Is there like a filter I can do that just shows all the best players? Apologies, chat. I'm not super familiar with this. Is that going to show everything? Why is the regen thing ticked? I don't know if that's going to show us all the players or not. Grenady, I think we can probably... Do you know what? We actually don't have that. So this is the top... Like, I don't know, top current set of players. Let me just find you and show you. Because we don't have as many as I thought we would. Grenadier has to have been in the 190s. Here we go. So this is the top of the list. So we obviously had Cortege. There's this guy here at Valencia, but he's brand new. 180. God damn it. Spain cooking. They had a 200 and a 189. Sorry, 198. There's a guy at Leipzig who's 197. Kadur Musahawi at Olympique Lyonnais. Look at this Louis Walsh, dude. Wait, where's Hyro? Oh, as if he's fucking... The fact that Jairo Vargas was 190 PA is actually making me really sad. Kamar McCullen. Wait. No, that's not the same guy. Sorry, we had a guy. Oh, it was Kamar. We had a guy called Kamar as well, didn't we? As if. We don't have as many as I thought. Figueroa was 180. God, I can't believe we sold him. There's Neil Brock as well. Yeah, 190 PA. I'd be amazed if he ever went past 100. That's disappointing as hell. Yeah, we've got quite a lot, but not as many as I thought we would do. Wait, there's a guy at Atlanta United. Oh, to be fair, he's like a... Wow, it drops off quite quickly, you know. 111... Yeah, where was Melvin Gerrard? Was he at like Liverpool or something? Oh, he's at Bruges. Oh, sorry, yeah. The fact that Real Madrid have none of them now is just surprising. Now, they might have higher CA guys, in fairness. Let me just show you the best CA players. Because they may have like high CA, but not the high PA kind of guys. The highest CA in the entire save, actually, is only 186, interestingly. Asking by 300 million. Yeah, that information's a little bit... I don't know how correct that actually is. So this here is the CAs. So it's this guy, Dominique Costa, which is Chelsea's left-sided player. I swear he wasn't always at Chelsea. I recognise it. Wasn't he at City at one point? What I will say, though, is we have three of the top 4 CA guys in the world are our players. That is more like it. So it seems like we weren't always on the prospect guys, but we had some of the best developed players, which makes sense, I suppose. So Barcelona had this guy. Errol Sally being super high makes sense. Look how much of this is us and Man United still, though. This is why we won the Champions League so often, because we may not have always had the best prospects, but we were better at developing them, I think. When we did get a good prospect, for the most part, we were able to develop it faster. But look how many of these guys are us on Man United. Yeah, Michelin being so low is surprising. God, that Riviere Peugeot guy is insane. Scarpellini. God, that's the next guy that would have absolutely ruined us. Boulay. He wasn't on there, was he? Was Boulay on there? That would make sense, I suppose. There's Thiago Teixeira as well. 3 of the top 5 in it, yeah. Bedini, Grinelli. Yeah, we could do that one more thing then, I suppose, before we get into things. Tehavari Huri. Good God, the fact this guy could have been Tahitian. I don't know if you can filter it like that. Was Freddie Sands on there too? Oh shit, 177. I don't know if I can actually filter it by not at club or anything like that. I've not really gone into the details of this sort of stuff before. The only time I've really used FMRTE was to do things like the Aaron Walker video where I was messing with like his transfer preferences and stuff. What was I going to do actually? Oh yeah, I was going to go back one more time to like middle of the save and try and find some of the best players from before. The guys that have haunted us basically for many years. Those are the kind of guys I want to look at. I'll go to like season 19. Actual rating, Malarkey. Hang on, what are we looking at here? Oh. That I actually don't know what that is. Does anyone know what that is?
It's good. You can.
Is it like a metric?
It can get
Marathon Man was fuck, who was Marathon Man? What was Marathon Man's actual name? Because he'll be in this version I've got right now, I think. Let me do that there. I know Footy. Thank you for the follow. How's it going? How's your Sunday morning? Right, let me get the best players from, if I can do this again. How did I do this before? Was it just that loads all this? I realise you can't see what I'm doing, but like it's Morales, that was him. Let's see. Ah, there's Bedini. Oh my god, Bedini. Holy shit. You're right. I say you're right. You thought he had high CA, and he does. In fact, there's actually... Oh my goodness me. So this was like season 16 or something. We really have caught up. Thomas Rando. Oh, I remember him all right. He was never going to be any good. He'll have like barely anything. Right, here we go. This was like season 16. Bedini's 200. Granelli's 196. Guerrero's 196 as well, which we knew completely. Oh, there's that Lewis Walsh guy. Who the hell's Jordi Rangoli? Oh, was he that? Yeah, he's the right back guy. Gashi. Holy shit, there was a guy at Werder Bremen with 193. I never remember seeing that name at all in the save. That's not a name that I remember, like, ever coming up against. God, there's fucking Jairo Vargas in there again. That's the one that's actually making me the most annoyed is Jairo Vargas. We fumbled him so much. Chosen one. Oh, that was when he was like 16. Tom Rutherford. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. He must have been a guy that rose up in the early stages of the save. I was like, wait, that's a real guy, isn't it? No, it's not quite a real guy. Yeah, Bremen getting that player is so dope. Philip Dolling, he was that guy at Man United that was a monster as well. Casper van der Meulen was actually only 184. Pierre Respectable. That would make sense, actually. But then what's the potential rating then? I don't understand what that... Shouldn't that be 100 then if their potential is X, Y, or Z? Like, why is he... If he's got 200 PA, why is his potential rating not 100? I recognise that dude as well. He's definitely done stuff. We still have some good players even back here. It was nowhere near as like dominant as we were. I love that two of our best player we had at this point literally is a guy that we never even played. It's sad. At least Miggy had a decent career.
The
Fabs,
LBTW.
thank you for the 3 months. How's it going, friend? So what was the last thing I wanted to check before we get going? Juan Martinez. Oh, was that the Bolivian dude? The guy that went to Porto and then PSG? Yeah, was Gudmundsson in there too? Oh yeah, bless him. That was after he just joined us. They often do, Dimebar, from what I've noticed anyway. Marathon Man. I don't remember. It implies that Marathon Man wasn't even that good. His name was Miguel Morales, right? He was 169. 167, 169. The Honduran Spanish guy, Miguel Morales. So, you know, solid, really good, but not like top of the world elite kind of level player. Okay, are we good to now progress to some actual lookups in the year that we're currently in for the save, or is there a couple more things that I said I was going to do that I've now immediately forgotten about? But now's the time to remind me if I have. Oh, you want to see the rep at this stage in the save, right? Like the Maltese club reps before we go any further. One last thing then, I'll do that. I'll go to the current version of the save file and check the club's rep. Thomas Randall, he's not going to have any good CA or PA. It's going to be like 80 or something, most likely. It's not like it's not worth me trying to scale through the save file trying to find him, basically. Because I can't remember when he retired. But you're more than welcome to look it up, though. I have provided the save files in the Discord. Oh, Bengtson. Yeah, actually, good point. That would be quite funny. Is Bengtson still playing at this stage? I hope so. Best you've ever seen. He was 195, I believe. That was Guerrero. Or Granelli. Granelli was 196. How do you spell Bengtson? Roddy Shallow. He would have retired long ago. Bengtson. This guy. Oh, there he is. Okay, cool. Does that like show the player? It does. 150. He's 150 PA, which is like actually not as bad as I thought it was going to be. But he's never, I mean, he may have reached it. I don't think he has. He's like 133. That's okay. But I still think we signed a lot of better strikers than him. Let's put it that way. Let me try. How do I even find club rep? Can I look at like Malta or something? And then does that do a thing? Clubs? No. Teams? Teams. Okay. No, that's the actual national team. Okay. I don't know how I do this. On Hadrian's manager, I could try and find him. I don't know if it lets you look at staff with this. Matt Hadrian. Hadrian has 104 CA and 104 PA. PA was, yeah, he was 160. That was Matthew Side, which is much higher than we thought it was going to be. Yeah, sorry, chat. I don't know how I can find clubs. Arifi was 130, I think. Yeah, I simply do not know how to look up clubs like this. I think this is really... seems like it's more for players than it is for clubs themselves. Unless I can remember the name of the league. Is that a thing you can do? Bov Premier League. Here we go. This might be it. Bov Premier League. Oh, I can change like the number of... no, that's the league itself. That's the prize money. I guess I could just click on the teams themselves. So that... oh, that won't let me do it either. For God's sake. Yeah, it's been a bit weird. I don't really know how to actually show that. Unless I like actively click on them individually. Like Hamron, for example. No, it's not even come up with any search results now. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I might have to try and dig about with that. Remember, the file is actually in this thingy, so if you want to dig about with it yourselves, guys, more than welcome to. So let's actually go back to the reason we're here. Let me get off of this for a minute. So you can actually see something different now. Right, let's go to while we're here, and I can open up the requests. Oh, Sorry, FMRT is kicking off again. Because as I said, there's only one thing I'm aware of about this. Malta team, I just want to see what their reps were like, basically. Right, now comes the really fun part. Let me just adjust this slightly. Okay, so what I'm going to do... also, apologies if when we're doing the lookups, the song requests will go through, hopefully, but it'll be hard for me to find them to, like, reject them or something if something goes wrong, because they'll be in a massive list of stuff, so I'll try to get to them when I can. They should be automatic, but you know how these things go. So, where's my rewards queue file? Here it is. So what I'm going to do, basically, is I'm going to undo the pause on the database lookups. They're like 100 points now. I've just dropped it right down. And then I'm going to do a 30-second timer so you can get your things in. And then we'll just basically go through all the ones that are in that. And then we'll open it up again. That way it doesn't fill our wall up at the start of stream. And then people that come in later don't get a chance to look stuff up, basically. Who's manager of Sirens? Well, that's what we're going to look up. And go. I love seeing this all come in. Hopefully that actually did work. Here we go. We'll just open it and close it at various times until, you know, we've got some or doesn't. Sometimes we get like 100 of them in like... And obviously if we get a repeat one, I'll just refund the points of the person who does it second, basically. And then we can just open it and close it throughout the stream to let stuff in. Okay. Boom. Okay. That's got us 24, so we might get some more in a bit. That'll actually get through those quite quickly, I would have thought. So, James, you should still be available in this save. I should mean you, because you're a staff member, which means... There you go. So your staff history... Hey, look at that. After you were at Arsenal for 2 years, you went to Manchester City to become their chief scout for 5 years, then as a scout at Chelsea, then Saints, and then Watford. You actually went around a little bit. God, Saz's skin is going to help us so much out. It's going to help us so much here. Oh, dear. Yeah, you kind of hit everybody. I love that you went to Arsenal, Chelsea, Man City, but not Spurs. That actually is extremely funny to me. Let's call it. We'll open it again in a minute. Quick one on the Saz skin. Oh, yeah. Hidden version. I don't even have the hidden version downloaded. I have no reason for it, basically, so I haven't ever actually installed it. Other than, I think, right at the very start to show it off in the actual skin video. So there we go. Forgerio Seni. Now, some players I didn't keep the history of retirement of, the players we'd never heard of, but I think I did on Forgerio Seni for this exact reason. Oh, wait, what? Oh, it's because it's not his name. I can't remember what his actual name was. I can't remember for the life of me what Forgerio Seni's real name was. Because obviously it removes nicknames when the players retire. I definitely did keep history after retirement on him. I'll have to put your points back for that one. That's unfortunate. Stenderco. I don't know if he actually kept his history. No, unfortunately no history on him. They're not basically with 400 players, and it takes you have to basically go individually player by player and add it on them. I think I did about 300 players, but when it started getting to guys that weren't even at the club anymore, it become save files in the Discord. World Cup winners, all right. No worries, let's go. World Cup. Oh, Finland won the World Cup. What the fuck happened there? Okay, Ukraine won a World Cup as well, but who cares about that when Finland have won a World Cup? Japan also got one, so did Sweden. Finland won the World Cup. Jean-Pierre Viella. Wow, we really did change his name a lot, didn't we? Hang on one sec, we'll just quickly check that out. This guy here. There he is. Essentially, he left Sirens and then played 9 games for Malika. England haven't won one. God, you're right. They won literally the first World Cup of the save and then won none after that. Chile got a runner-up there. Okay, this takes some investigating. How the fuck did Finland win a World Cup? Was this in England as well? So Finland topped their group with Brazil, Iraq, and Algeria. They won all 3 games. They beat Iraq 4-1, Algeria and Brazil 1-0. So it wasn't like they completely fluked. There was only surprise competitor Uzbekistan with them, but they often do qualify them now. I guess maybe Finland had a golden generation potentially, yeah. 6, that would be impressive for Fajero if he got 6 goals. I'd rate that from him. Second round, England knock out Brazil as it happens, at Wembley. Where did Finland play? So Finland knocked out Australia at Everton's ground. Finnish Ballon d'Or, maybe. I mean, they've won a World Cup. That's insane. They beat France 4-1 at Wembley. Obviously, we're not going to be able to see any information on that because the game happened 70 years ago. But still, then they beat England at Wembley. I like that the semi-finals were Finland, Germany, Italy, and Egypt. They had to. That has to have been a stacked finish, dude. There's no way they would have got that, surely. And then in the semis, they beat Egypt, so they did get a slightly more favourable draw in the semis. But that means they still had to win the final against Italy, which they won on penalties. Finland won on penalties. True view of tourneys. I always forget that it exists, honestly. And it also shows less information about like the stadiums and stuff like that. And I do like having that information. But fair play to Finland. That's wild. Okay. That's good. That's the sort of stuff I like to see in my looking forwards. Finland winning a World Cup. I don't think I've ever seen Finland win a World Cup in FM before. Because obviously. Because for the most part, admittedly, Sweden with a couple. But Sweden's youth rating, it feels like it's the sort of thing that they could have a generation and have stuff happen, right? The rest of them feel... The Ukraine winning one is pretty impressive as well. But Finland winning a World Cup and winning their group with Brazil in it is mad. There's any other like massive... Paraguay coming third is pretty dope. Morocco and Algeria reaching the semi-finals as well. Jesus Christ. Finland's ranking. Well, good question, actually, since we're on the topic of Finland. Obviously, that might be, well outdated now. Watch them be like 80th in the world. They literally were. Now, obviously, it's a shame you can't see their world ranking history beyond a 10-year period, but currently they are, as you can see, 73rd. And, Jesus Christ. A Mexico-USA final. Where was that game played? Which one am I looking at? Which year? Oh, that one there. In France, hilariously. Record high. Oh, can you? Oh, you can, can't you? Yeah, hang on. Records. Highest world ranking, 14th. So that would have been when they won the World Cup. Imagine winning the World Cup and only being ranked the 14th best nation in the world. It's like, what have we got to do, lads? Yeah, they had to have been cooking. Because, yes, they'd have gained a bit of a bump from that, but not to that extent. I thought maybe we'd see, like... Chat, what the fuck? Highest transfer fee paid from within... Gabriel Denise from FC Honka to HJK for 15 million euros. HJK paid 15 million euros for a footballer. What the hell is going on there? They've got to have... HJK have blatantly won some European trophies, haven't they? They have to. They're spending 15 million euros on footballers. Like, I don't know what HJK's record transfer is in real life, but it's not going to have been... I'd be amazed if it's over 1 million. It's probably less than that, right? It sure is saying that, exactly, yeah. Biggest win, actually, was 10-0 against Liechtenstein. Finland, they definitely something to return to later. Oh, yeah, he almost certainly was. I don't know if you can click him or anything. No. AI. Imagine if Finland gets to number 1 before Malta or something. I love this. Fastest goal was scored by Ant-Man, really? Where do I even... fastest goal... Oh, yeah, Oliver Antman. That's a real player, isn't it? Jimmy Eskilsson, yeah. He's not quite clickable, which is annoying because he only retired like 15 years ago. But obviously these guys... It's notable that some of these guys were not clickable, given that you thought if they were really world-class, the game would automatically set them as, history after retirement and whatnot. But he obviously didn't do enough to earn that, which is surprising. Damn, that was actually a really sick little one there. Okay, Hungarian League Pass. I don't know how much of that's going to be... Oh, no, it should be visible. Plus, while we're there, we can see what Hungary's world ranking is. What should be way higher than Finland? It's actually almost the same. 70th place. Good hair going on there, lads. There's actually a guy called Georgi Toff that plays for Juve. And a guy... Who? Chat. Wild things must have happened. Because there's a guy called Attila Sucks, which is brilliant, that plays for a team called Turris, and he's like the 4th best player for Hungary, but that's an Italian club. Also, shout out to El Dents. That's the team I was on about. So, I guess Hungary... What am I looking for? The league. OTP Bank. it has sort of been at least very... I mean, Ferencváros dominated it for the longest time. Then you got like Molfehova, Kisvárda, Újpest, Vasas getting in there as well. Puskás grabbed a couple. Pakshi got one. Kecskemét got one too. Diósgyőri, holy shit. MTK at least look like they've got a few in there as well. Romania, that is a country. We've got like a lookup system going on for like looking stuff. Otherwise, we'll never have any kind of like focus. So we're going to have to rely on that for today. I hope that's okay. Yeah, MTK have got a few. It's been pretty varied, I would say. Tourists, I reckon tourists are massive. They have to be. If I only know that some weird stuff has happened in Spain, and I only know that Eibar are massive and Eldense are massive. I don't know if that's happened in Italy too. It suggests that it has, and I can't wait to see. England, I actually turned on all the way down to League 2, so we should get some mad shit in England as well. I'll show you what I did in terms of leagues. So England's down to League 2. The rest of them are like France, Germany, Italy, Portugal, and Spain are all down to the second tier, which should give us enough variation, as you've already seen. Hang on, no, I didn't make any changes anyway. Right, okay. Dagenham and Redbridge. Okay, this could actually generate some stuff. It might not. National League. And unfortunately, it looks like that's where they've been for the overwhelming... In fact, they've even been National League South. Let me just quickly check, see if there has been any trophies on their page so we can see if they've been promoted at all. They have twice won the National League. So they have been back in the Football League. So actually, as you say that, TSRT, so on Friday night, my mate Mikey came over, hence the capybara here, and we had this, we tried this place called Pizza Town, and it was fucking sensational. Genuinely, you know when you order chips from like a pizza place or whatever, and they come and you're just like, yeah, these were like pub chips in a box, and they weren't soggy or dry. They were actually really, really nice. It was like eating pub food, but then the pizza was sensational, the stuffed crust was great, garlic bread was amazing. It wasn't just like your bullshit ones, it was like clearly actually properly made and everything, like they didn't just buy garlic bread. They actually made garlic bread themselves. Oh, so good. Last night we tried this restaurant called Wildwood, which I believe is a chain. Very mid, I must admit. But then Pog had a mate over, so we thought we'd try something else, and they had like pasta and stuff delivered. So yeah, we've tried at least 5 of the takeaway places in the last week. I've actually only cooked once since we've been here. Tonight I might grab a Mackey's, just to, got to make sure they're different, right? So that's Dagenham and Redbridge. I wish I had more to show you. Norwich City. Norwich City are always a good look up in these because they've not... In the past, Norwich have done crazy shit. Well then, I'm so sorry, Paolo. That would be League 2's Norwich City. They've also got a guy called Babasilla. Yeah. League 2 Norwich City. Oh, wow. They're really bad. That is crazy shit, just not quite the way it normally goes. As long as I don't click on this screen, I should be okay. So they actually were a Premier League side for the longest time. So this is when I turned it on, obviously. So then we start getting data. Premier League, Championship. They were a yo-yo side, but a little bit. They've also got a lot of cash to... Yeah, that number is kind of a bit weird on leagues that aren't fully switched on. Because remember, these are view-only, not playable. Which means they should still have players for a lot of them. But the further you go down, it gets a bit fucky. God, they really did just fall off, didn't they? It was like a slow decline. It wasn't even like a dramatic fall off. They just slowly but surely over the years dropped further and further down. I don't believe they've ever left the Football League. No, they have at least stayed in the Football League. But their worst finishes, they've come like 10th in League 2 a few times. Jesus Christ, that's really bad. So important. No, it really is, Tom. It's one of the first things we did. Like yesterday, we met up with my mum and sister and we walked into the city, which was great. Like I had the best time because it was market day in the city yesterday, and there was like an amazing coffee place. There's this amazing samosa stand, and also the people are so goddamn friendly. The amount of conversations we got into with random locals yesterday was really, really nice. It was so different to Cambridge, weirdly. Everyone was just so friendly and lovely. I actually adore living here. I cannot stress enough how much I love this place. I know I've said it a lot, but it is genuinely lovely. Ian Furno's favourite personnel. Is he really? He is. Oh, he's clickable too. Do I dare? I kind of do dare, don't I? No weirdos telling you you've done well. Not yet, anyway. Hacked coffee machine? What? What? What do you mean, Mikey? Also, thank you for the capybara. No, it was this thing called like Silver Oak Coffee. Oh, what coffee machine? It was the Philips Law. I'll send you a link. If you remind me after stream, Mikey, I'll send you a link to the one I bought. It cost me £98 because it comes with the milk frother attachment. illiquid. Oh, also chat, cheese shop update. I did put this in Discord. Posh was saying, it's not even that actually. It was, if anything, it was less posh, Andrew. Like, people were just not wankers, whereas Cambridge, I find there's a lot of really entitled wankery people. Ely's like, it's got all the good bits of Cambridge without the bad bits from what I've seen so far. It's really, really nice. They also do this like monthly thing between April and August where there's like a Fridays, the market becomes like a food truck place, which is really sick. Sorry, what city? Ely. Lord Barista. No, it was a different one. Let me just check my Amazon orders. One sec. Apologies, chat. Man's doing admin. I'll find the exact one. Ely. E-L-Y. But that's... you're not the first person to think that, Daz. Millie thought I said the same thing there. It is Versuni. And it's actually still the same price. There you go. Where the eels live, exactly, yeah. Let you know. Yeah, no, it's lovely around here, honestly. More farmers markets. Yeah, there's a farmers market as well. I haven't actually gone to it. Obviously, we've only been here like a week, but like it's just, yeah, it's so nice. The cathedral is just gorgeous. No, we can't go to the cathedral for free yet, unfortunately. Aaron, thank you very much for the gifted sub to Efitum. Thank you, man. That's very, very nice of you. Oh, did he actually... Oh, is that what it actually was? Ah, fair enough. I don't know. Because there is another one called a barista that's not the Versuni one, I think. There's like different versions of it. But yeah, so I need to get my driver's license changed to have the right postcode on it. And then I can get into the cathedral for free, basically. At the moment, I've still got I have applied for it, though. I just have to receive my new driver's license. Aaron as well. Thank you for the 11 months, friend. Hope you're having a wonderful Sunday morning. Right, so that's that. Let's look at Dingley. 4th in the Challenge League. Wait, that's the second tier, isn't it? Wouldn't it be funny as fuck if these were still on loan from Sirens? From Moster? Okay, so they do have a guy on loan from Sirens. Both are free entry. Yes, they do, basically. If you're not local. It's just, yeah. Isn't it a sin? I don't know. Don't ask me, bro. What do I look like, the Bishop? Yeah, we're 120 years into the future. Okay, so, Dingley Swallows. They've been in the top... Wow, they are yo-yoic. They seem to not be able to...
God, an insane goal! I've just seen the most insane goal!
TSRT, thank you very much.
Next takeaway on me.
Thank you so much for the £25. And thank you for DMing me about the quality on the VOD as well. I do appreciate that. Thank you so... Seriously, that's very, very kind of you, friend. I'm slowly building up stuff in this office, basically. I want to get more things on the shelves that are relevant to stream and not just, like, random crap. That's why I've got the scarves and the capybara and things like that. We're getting there slowly. But seriously, thank you. That's very, very kind. No, they've not been in the 3rd tier much, either. They do, like, the occasional season in the 2nd tier. Shit, I pressed the button, haven't I? Oh, no. I hate it. Hang on, I'm going to go off of it and then back onto it. Or am I? Is it going to remember where I clicked? No, it hasn't. Okay, cool. The toilet stones. Oh, they're still there. We're showing them off yesterday. They did spend the longest... Wow. So they did that one season in the 2nd tier. That was the season they were in the top flight in 53. They didn't... Oh, shit. FM. Design yourself. Unbelievable levels of incompetence. It took them nearly 40 years to get back up again. Highlights so far. The biggest things being Eric Bartos was 195 PA. We had a 200 PA player that we never used, which is great. Aaron with the gifted sub to FM25. Thank you, Aaron. We also... What was the other thing? There was something... Oh, Finland won the World Cup. It was Cortege. That Spanish AM we had, he had 200 PA. And Finland won a World Cup. That's the biggest... I think Finland winning the World Cup is bigger, honestly. So that's Dingley. Unfortunately, I'm going to need a pee break. A really early pee break. Bartos was 195 PA. I think it was 123 CA. It wasn't that high. I will return momentarily. I've drunk a lot of coffee this morning. I shall be back, and then we can really get stuck in properly. Right, where's my button? That's right, I'm fast. It was Andrea Orlandi. I suspect that I might need a second pee break today. I'm trying to be more hydrated. Oh, right. Okay. Next up, it's time for Dicks, Cocks and Willies, everyone's favourite segment. Wash your hands, though. Damn straight. Right. Just wash your hands, because my hands are slightly wet, which is a really bad idea, I must admit. So look closer to the place. It's literally the other side of that wall, which is great. Which makes it much easier, although I really should have dried my hands more, because now my jeans are essentially going to become a towel. Dicks. We've got Dixon Fifi. Stream back at the... Yeah, I just actually went to a different screen and I've just got a catheter in. Right. Dixon Sad. The last thing I want to do is make sure I don't click on this. There's a guy called... Oh, that's Ricky. I thought this was just Rick V. Piss in your hands maybe a little bit. Dixon Sal Khalifa. Dixon Daka is decent. Papa Dicko. I might just put Dick in as well, actually. So we can capture a bit more there. Connor Dick. There we go. Just Amy Dickinson as well. Malta Dick Geyser. We've got Multi Dick Geyser. Lucas Dick. Paddy Dickoff. Which is solid. Rui Dickey. I still like Dixon Daka. We've got Chris Dick. Dick Jones. Paddy Dixon. Dixon Masonda. We are just children, aren't we? Oh, there's more down here. Dick Bong. Chat, we've got Dick Bong. Oh, it's the dream. We have a winner, my friends. Dick Bong is tremendous. Dicky Serragar. Dick Diallo is solid as well. Jamie Dickin, just straight up Luis, and we've Leighton Cox. Why is that coming up on Dick's? What's his middle name? Dick Bong is tremendous. That's going to be tough to beat, honestly, but we can try Cock, because obviously you've got to. Because obviously Leighton's back again. Oh. Micah Elcock. Cock. Jesus Christ. I thought his name was Cock Van Wangingen. Peter Grocock. Malachi Hancock. Ruben Elcock. Luca DeCock. Luca DeCock, chat. Otto Pocock is decent as well. I just love that as a name. Not as many Cocks, actually. It's just, I love there's just a guy called Ricky as well. I guess, it's Grucock, isn't it? Not? We've also got Pam Cockerline, which is not a surname I've seen very often either. Cock, the fact that Cock is a first name here is pretty dope too. We've also got Willie. Good to be tons of those, right? Willie Costa. Willie Bleh. Eddie Kelly. Wow, there's actually not as many Willies as I would have thought. There's Willie Connolly. Probably don't spam things like that, Felix. Like, if you're going to have your first time chat me something, it's probably best not to be e-begging. That seems a bit silly, doesn't it? Willie Bath is decent. Paddy Kelly. Willie's not as good, is it? It's just... What other names did we used to look up while we're doing the silly name check? We might as well. Lee Bum Soo. Ko Sung Bung. We've got... Yeah. Jizz is a standard one. Yeah, good point. There's bound to be a couple of Jizzes in here. Oh my god. Jizz Van der Water's in there. As is Jizz Sandler. Adam's long lost brother. He's the only other Jizz in the game, actually. As it goes. There's Jizz Sandler. And 100-year-old Jizz Van der Water. Oh. Drew Woodcock and Glasgow. Fair enough. Penis is not a name, obviously. Banger. I don't think Banger is a name either. Daddy technically is possible, if I recall. Oh, I thought his name was Daddy Dix. It's Daddy Okoro. I didn't know Daddy was a first name. I've never seen that one before. That's solid. There's also Juddy in there too. It's names like Innocent that come up quite a lot. Innocent Giallo, Innocent Fury. There's quite a few, actually. There's a lot of Innocents. Jonel Innocent. But the crucial thing is they're never usually combined with another name that makes them amazing. They're great names, but they've not got that excellent extra bit, you know? That takes them to the next level. Promise and like Teenage is another name you can see sometimes. Very rarely, but it is there. Promise Sule, Promise Yakubu. Wang, there might be a couple of Wangs potentially. Oh my god, there's a lot of Wangs. There's actually almost Wan Wenlong. There's a lot of them. Unfortunately, it's tough to look through them all. Wang Jin, Wang Bo is decent. There's a lot of Wang Jins. Anyway, Felix. So just to clarify, either stop begging for money in my chat or leave. Those are your choices. This is your last warning. Chinese manager. The Chinese manager was called Gong Rong. Wang Wenlong is decent. Oh, well, we've got a Wang right now, apparently. Okay, that was a nice little... Hang on. Oh, I thought his name was Wand Bo. In Cheshire, I know. That's my job, damn it. Stop stealing my thunder, baby. We got. Oh, there's another Duyanan. I wonder what happened to it, Pappas. I just can't imagine. Right. Okay. Right. So 2021 season, Sirens versus Liverpool game. Jesus Christ, this is really specific. So I guess we'll go to Sirens, not Wang Sirens. Fifth in the bottom. Well, okay. Well, that's good to know. So I need to find a specific season. I love how specific this lookup is. Right. 2031. Liverpool game in November. No, it's fine. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. It's a terrific name. Liverpool. Henry Abar. Well, we could look at him. Wait. Chat is a goalkeeper. The goalkeeper scored the goal for an AI-controlled Sirens. Henry Aber. What's the score? 1-1. Henry Aber got a 94th minute equaliser for Sirens as a goalkeeper for an AI-controlled team. That's amazing. Also, Art, how the fuck did you find that? That's tremendous. That's odd. That's incredible levels. I don't know. No one's asked to look it up yet, so I want to save that until someone looks it up specifically. Do win the league again. We will get to that when it gets looked up. Obviously, I've got my own curiosities myself, but I want to make sure we cover people's lookups so we can open the window again. That's incredible. Love that. Antwerp. I don't know what we're going to be able to see with Antwerp because obviously the Belgian league hasn't been switched on again. But we can see if they've won any titles, which, you know, there's a chance. In fact, weirdly, they actually won more titles during the save than they did during the looking forward period. Just the one title, actually, after that. Lots of the Croaky Cups, though, which is me this morning, as it happens, before I'd had my coffee. No European trophies, unfortunately. They do have a guy called Wies Kleis, though. We like that. Oh, can we look at Man United? We can absolutely do that if someone looks it up, which we will get to. I don't know how much more clear I can be, chat. So basically, we have a lookup, the database lookups. I'll be opening them at various windows. For like 30-second bursts, so that way people can get the lookups in. Because if I just left it open, we'd have loads of lookups I couldn't get to. Or if I left it open for like 5 minutes, we'd basically spend the entire stream doing just the lookups of the people that were there during that 5-minute segment. So I keep opening it and shutting it to allow people to put new lookups in, basically. That way, I feel like it's the most fairest thing for people to be able to cover the things. No, I'm doing what people want me to do, Sean, basically. At some point, I will obviously go and look at that stuff as well, but I'm just sort of guiding us through the future, essentially. That's the plan, anyway. I wish I could show you more on that one. Conference League winners, here we go. Someone had the aim in the game. Thomas, thank you. Right, Conference League. Let's go. How much more do Sirens win? We don't know yet. Birmingham City are the current Conference League holders. So there's that. Oh, by the way, chat, I'm probably going to do a second looking forward stream on Tuesday because I'm going to be finishing at like before 1:30 today because the Premier League football starts really early today. So I figured I want to do more than 3 hours on this, really. So we're probably going to do another stream on Tuesday because the OTI isn't going to start till next Sunday anyway. And I would just be not streaming on Tuesday otherwise. So I figured that we'll do that too. I wanted to make sure that the stream had structure and content because at the end of the day, I'm a content creator. So anyway, Conference League. This is going to be so sick. I want to see Maltese teams in here, damn it. Okay. Can we talk about how the last winners are Birmingham, 1860 Munich, Barcelona, Birmingham again, Man United, Man City, and Bayern So much we need to discuss. But first, past winners. Please tell me there's some fucking Maltese. Sweetie United. Any Burton fans in chat? Oh my god, there's so... Hibernians have been... Oh my god, look at this. Sweetie with the second place. Hibernians. You say Sleemer won? Sleemer won one! Get in! Granada with a random one in there as well. England still doing England things, just with different teams. There must be some more in here too. What the hell? Marserslock just won a Conference League. They're not even top flight in the save. Nantes, Barcelona, Man United. Sweetie with another one. Wrexham getting to a final. Gazira United. Spezia, okay. Man United again. Oh, Man United. Sleemer again. Sleemer again. Cool. Eintracht Braunschweig. Okay. That's left field. Vargim. That's Portugal, isn't it? Hibernian's got one. Did Crawley get to a final? This is why I love having the other league switched on again, because we wouldn't have this kind of variety. Osnabrück. Masterslock again. I wonder what the soonest one there was. Preston won one as well. Melita? Full of Philosophy finals. Bear in mind, I'm only even looking at the winners here. Like, I'm sure you guys are seeing stuff like PSG losing a final there to Liverpool. What a final that is. Crawley Town won the Europa Conference League, beating Standard Liège in the final. And the following year it was Kaiserslautern versus Juve. CSKA Sofia, Toulouse, Schalke Valencia, Vitória Guimarães. Damn. So the next... So obviously Hibernians lost to Wolves in that final. But then the next time a multi-side even got Dinamo Batumi there, losing to Watford. How did you advance 120 years? Just simmed it, basically. I set the save from where we were. And I just simmed it for 3 days. Hibernians is the Gibraltar one. No, Hibernians is the Malta one. Top teams were switched off and you loaded the low-ranked nations. I don't know. Maybe. Lots of losing finalists. We just a lot of points got. Birki Kara got to a final as well, basically. Damn. Wait, did the Vidaregia host a final? Did it actually? Where was that? Melita winning one is absolutely sick. So there's been decent Malta. Now, Conference League would make sense. Atleti Ludogorets, 2062. Oh yeah, the Vidaregia. I wonder how big it is these days. Ah, cool. It's the exact same size. Ah, wait. It's not the current stadium of Sirens. They haven't played there for ages. To be fair, I think that was actually the max capacity anyway. God, that was a great look-up. We love that. Central Coast Mariners. I'm not sure what I can really show you about them, unfortunately, because obviously, again, Australia, so their league isn't switched on or anything like that. I know it's Central Coast Mariners. I'm hoping it still comes up. There it is. They at least have a full squad still, pretty much. They've got Bailey Cox in there and Kurt Borg, who's on loan from Malika. I love how Australia has not changed a thing. They're still trying to loan players. Naturally. Any G'day leagues? They have won some G'day leagues. Since the simming started, anyway. Well, they went nearly 100 years without winning one. But they have won 3 since the sim started, one before that. Jack Jackson, everyone's favourite. And a couple of... I don't know what that is, unfortunately. I wish I could tell you more about them, unfortunately. AlbinoLeffe. Okay, that's an interesting one, because... either you know something... I'm guessing not. Well, they have done stuff. Maybe. Hang on. So they've been in Serie B a couple of times. Spent a little bit of time in Serie B here. A little bit more time in Serie B here. Have they ever been top flight in this save? Oh, hang on. They did one season in Serie A. There. All the way back. Only a few years after the save. Sorry, after the save finished, essentially. Love to see it. I mean, it's been the last team. But the fact is, I hope that we've had some other multi-seeds at least win the Europa League. It's concerning to me that there wasn't like regular... Well, there's still regular winners, but not as many as I would have hoped for. Like, let's put it that way. I don't see them getting to number one. Not that we'd be able to really, truly see that, unless I go back to some of my various save points and have a little look, but it's going to be tough. I wish I could show you more on that one. Ajax. I reckon Ajax must have won a couple of European trophies in this save. Like, grabs a Europa League or something. Well, literally a Europa League. They have 165 Eredivisie, though. No Conference Leagues. Just the single Europa League in 2093. God, look at the... There's a lot of favoured personnel there for Ajax. But as it happens, they've not done as much as I would have thought they would have done. 165 Eredivisie is absolutely terrifying stuff. Honestly. Microphone's going weird. There we go. Lamine Yamal favoured personnel. Oh, yeah. Which means Lamine Yamal must be a manager. Right? There's no way that he could have done... Yeah, Lamine Yamal manager. Chat. Yeah, I was trying to find him on the list. Lamine Yamal was Sweetie United manager and Hibernians manager. He didn't manage Sweetie for long, nor did he manage Hibernians for long, but he managed in Malta. Tremendous. That's delightful. Then he took the Belgium job, then England, then Croatia, Bosnia. Then he was on the international circuit. Dyna FM, no. What a weird one. I reckon everyone would have gone through Malta at some point, it feels like, which is amazing news. Euros winners. Oh, right. Do you reckon Finland have got one as well? They won a World Cup, right? What's to say they didn't get a Euros in that period too? What? Malta won the Euros. As if Malta won the Euros. Building a nation complete. What the hell happened that Malta won a Euros? Also, look at this from Germany and Spain. Germany, Germany, Germany. Spain, Spain, Spain. Germany, 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 Germany. Literally, in a 36-year period, only Germany and Spain won the Euros. They were runner-up as well. They literally were runner-up in the most recent one. How the fuck did Malta win a European Championship? Right, let me look at the groups. Ukraine have been randomly chosen over France as both teams finished on 7 points with the same record. So they won their group with Portugal, Slovakia and Finland, ironically. We can have a look at their squad. I mean, I could do like I could RTE their squad potentially so we can see what their PAs are. Maybe they've got a higher youth rating now because we have gone 120 years. So maybe they've finally got it done. I could check Malta's youth rating, or can I? I don't know if RTE has that functionality. Either way, second round. Right, let's tree it then. So Malta beat Switzerland 4-2, Germany 3-1, Italy 1-0, and then Czechia in the final. Couldn't check club reps. I mean, you might be able to check club reps. I think you can. I just don't remember or know how to do it, basically. Hot dog. That's insane. On Mac. I'm not on Mac, no. And I don't have Genie Scout, and I'm not going to spend time downloading it right now. We've got FMRTE. So if that doesn't show it, then it must do, right? Let me have a look. England even qualified. Maybe they didn't. Maybe England are washed. Let me see. Loading game data. Damn, that took ages. I guess there's a lot of game data. If I just type in Malta, it should just... Does that work? Malta. That's their wind. That's their seasons. I know the precipitation and wind for the different seasons. What a weird... Nations. Here we go. Youth rating. Is it in here? 69. Nice, firstly. That's amazing that it's nice. Oh my god, hang on a minute, chat. Legitimately, we need to look at Malta's Euro coefficients. I can see their coefficients on here. They had a 27.2 point season. Who won the Precipitation League? Yeah, so they've got 69 youth rating, which is definitely higher, for sure. That has to have gone up. Also, Malta's world ranking is insane. They're 16th in the world. They've been as high as 13th in the world. What? They may well have topped the rankings without me. Their national team here has got guys like this. Martin Sherry, who came through at Hibernians, who's in it. He's worth £400 million. He's going through Hibernians. Liverpool by 50 million quid. Let me just see if I can look at the Malta national team. Is that a thing I can do? Malta teams, national team. Fuck me. Now, I'll show you the CAs and PAs of the current Malta national team. Hang on a minute. Oh my god. Let me put that on the screen for a sec. Thank you very much for the 5 gifted stuff. That is incredibly nice of you. Where's my presents button? That's the current Malta national team. Look at the state of these players. They've got guys that are like 170 PA playing for Malta, who all have Spanish second nationality. How does that... Look at these guys here. Malcolm Attard, 160. Etienne Abela, 149. Luca Attard, 148. Are they brothers, do you reckon? There's so many Spanish players, yeah. As Hungary. That's so... I wonder if they just... I have no idea. That's amazing. It's still fairly low, but it has gone up. What is it at the start of the save? The youth rating is like 40 something. 41 maybe? These are naturalised Spaniard, yeah, for sure. 42. So it's only gone up by 27. Jesus Lord. That's insane. Right. Go to Malta. Well, clearly, yeah. It just means that they clearly were able to get better and better players each time they did this. I don't even know what to look up here. Yeah, it's a lot of Basque players. You're right, it is, yeah. I suppose it's just because there's quite a lot of Basque players in Spain, so I guess it's just natural. But, like, I want to look at these guys. Oh, I wondered if they had, like, I wondered if they were brothers or something, but it's just because, you know, there's not a lot of names, really, is there? Okay, well, I do want to just quickly check the coefficients. England are still ahead, but look how close Malta are. Where's that 27-point season? Maybe it was further back. Unless that was something to do with, like, maybe that wasn't actually Malta's, like, coefficient ratings per se. It was, like, the ones that they use for, like, the national team pots and stuff, maybe. Maybe that's what I was looking at. Because it said 27 points when I was checking. Let me look on it here. That might be what it was. It says Euro coefficients. Ah! I'm an idiot. No, I was right. It's just, it's a few seasons before. It shows me the 10-year one here. Yeah, that's what it is. So this is the 10-year one. So you can see that obviously the last few years they had a 16-point year. But look at that, 27.2. So there's a real chance here. It's a shame I can't actually actively see it, that Malta might have actually got above England during that period, potentially. I didn't have it set to yearly autosave because I knew that the save files would take up way too much space. Scotland into 5th there, by the way. France on 19th. Bear in mind, I have France switched on. This isn't a... Why are France so shit? I literally have France turned on. When I get to France, you'll understand. Is it just that PSG have dominated so much? Load FM, thank you very much for the raid, my friend. I hope you're well. Oh my god, this has gone off the rails. I think Malta would have got above England at some point. It's always Scotland, isn't it? What is the French for collapse? Any other massive shocks in there while we're at it? Kazakhstan popping off. Let me actually set it by the numbers, purely. Yeah, there's France, in between Slovakia and Poland. Le fuck-up has occurred. A 2-point season for France. Yeah, that's this year. So France... Oh no, look. The thing is, France are getting worse. Like, they're losing... There's a real chance that France could drop off and be like... I might even sim to the future after this stream and just go a little bit further, because France have, like... France is definitely getting worse. Okay, I'm very curious. They have Chat Le Bed. I hope someone looks up France after this. Right. AFCON winners. We will circle back. Oh, shit. My apologies. Portugal even on the screen. Wait, what? Oh, shitting hell, they're 30th. Portugal again are turned on. Portugal, there they are, just right next to Moldova. I really cannot wait to find out why that's happened. Have they just got no players or something for some reason, even though I have them turned on to view only and have that setup done? So it's African nations. Bang. Migratory policy was according to Wikipedia. Yeah, but then 100 years later, shit was popping off. Right, what we got? Anything really surprising in here? Did my boys get any? Where's Burkina Faso? Did they manage to grab any? This is actually looking really uneventful. Guinea-Bissau. Mali grabbed one. A few back-to-back. Wow. I gotta be honest, Africa. You've absolutely let me down here. Like, where's Niger winning AFCON? Or, I don't know, Cap Verde or something? That's... Africa usually gives us that kind of stuff, but this time around it's just gone, you know what, Europe? You have a go at this. Yeah, like the Gambia or somewhere like that. Genuinely surprised. Africa boring, yeah. Did Congo win? They did. No, hang on. Dr. Congo did. Don't know about OG Congo. I don't believe so. No, I think only the Doctor got one. That's really bad, actually. I'm surprised by that. AFCON have let us down. Interestingly, we actually looked at the mini mouse, so I'll get that one sorted now. How did you? Oh, of course, you would have already seen that, wouldn't you? Right, Copa Libertadores. World Cup the most, probably Spain or Germany, I think. The amount that they won it isn't really the big thing. The fact that Finland won one was the biggest thing. So Copa Libertadores, El Nacional. Hang on, isn't that Ecuadorian side? Apologies again. I did a versus mode thing, so it's got rid of the nationalities again. These guys are Ecuadorian, right? Yeah. Alcas just went on one. They were on a heater. Where's Alcas from? I'm going to go ahead and say Paraguay. It's probably not. Oh, it's Ecuador again, I think. Ecuador are cooking. Keep out anything? I don't know. We haven't got to that. We haven't looked that up. I think they haven't really got a squad. I mean, they may well have. Maybe they just had a youth intake around this part, and as a result, we're just given like free license across the Copa Libertadores potentially. Australia. We're nearly through these now. Next gen, would that be good actually? So Australia are actually down in 51st now. Have been up as high as 54th. Let's just see what their like competition records have been like. Anything at all. They've won some AFC Asian Cups as you would expect. Jesus. Not really been particularly fruitful. Lots of fourth places. Second round of 16 in the World Cup. Second round, back-to-back quarterfinals there. The fifth best Aussies from Grimsby. Right. They seem to have enjoyed a little bit more of the last sort of 20 years, they've been better because they had some real... I love how often they're in Group L, and it very much... we have checked out Dingley, yes. They once went 40 years without getting promoted or relegated, which was fun. Next Gen. Is that on awards? World Award winners. Next Gen. God damn. Right, we'll go back to where we are. Damn, okay, just some cool teams in here in general. Lausanne. It'd be cool if you could see like another Maltese side in here. That guy must be Georgian, right? Yep. PSG had a few. Nacional, okay. Arsenal with a dude and Barcelona. Hamren, Imad Naeem. The fact that he's clickable almost 100 years later is intriguing. Played for Hamren for 17 seasons. I'm not going to, because in case that shows anything fun there. The Hibernians have got one. Gazira have got one. I just heard a knock at the door, chat. Back in a sec. Deary me. Delivery driver, use the doorbell, challenge impossible. Yeah, neighbour just wanted to know who won that. Shannon was just like, God, I need to know who won the Ballon d'Or. Speaking of chat, we met our other neighbours last night. Because one of our packages got delivered to their house instead. Her name is Charlotte. They're lovely as well. It's great. We've absolutely killed it. Like, HB Kyrgyz as well. Crazy. I mean, back to back as well for Marcel Sluka. He must have been a monster. Leganes. A couple of two different Sirens guys. Hang on, we had a Qatari. Mohamed El-Kabi. And a Swiss dude. Rene Schniedrig. Slima had one as well. Jonathan. Oh, a Dominican guy for Slima Wanderers won the next gen. Tremendous. Fode and G of Gambia. There we go. Thai guy at a Thai club. That's dope. A Maltese dude actually won it whilst playing for Hibernians. Any more? Wrexham, obviously. Back-to-back for Damascus Trader. Gudja got one as well. Gunther Jacobs. Top three. Was it really? Jesus. Tarxien had one. Gabriel Gonzalez, Uruguayan. I love the varying nationalities as well. There we go. Hicham Labiad. He has to be Moroccan. Yeah. And then obviously we got the Hammer guy. That's cool, actually. Okay. That implies that Malta has continued being good, which is always important to know. Right. Northern Ireland national team. Hopefully that just comes up. There we go. So they are, what should be like 150? Oh, 75th. They've been up as high as 71st. The team of the Italian that was second, don't know the team. Does anyone see what the team was, chat? I can look at it. Hang on. Italian that was second. Second when? Also, shout out to the Herbit. A second on... Oh, hang on. Oh, is it Tourists? I assume it was Tourists, right? But I don't know which player we're talking about. This is the year. Yeah. So, I mean, I'm going to need at least some information here, because, yeah. How close did we get to top spot? We didn't really get that close at all. We were third again. We still had a banging season. Like, we had the best season ever with 8 teams. Or 7 teams, actually, for that matter. Sirens have had a couple in there, for sure. Right, we go back to Northern Ireland again. So we're going to have a quick little gander. I think the best thing to do is just look at the competitions. Sorry, no. Yeah, competitions and then filter it by honours, right? Oh, okay, maybe not. They've been to a few World Cups. Actually, they haven't. They've only been to 3 World Cups in the save. Did get out of their group, though, one year, which is impressive. And got to a quarter-finals of the Euros as well. Oh. Honestly, crap, I think you're best off just maybe saving it, just because we have so much stuff to look through today. Right, Tarxien Rainbows. Okay, this could be... We know they've won a Europa Conference League. 4th in the above Premier Division. Right, one sec. Before we do anything else. That's more like it. Now we can add that back in again. So. Chat, Tarxien Rainbows have won 13 Champions League titles. Jesus Christ, biggest rainbow I've ever seen. 13 Champions Leagues and 19 Premier Divisions. They've absolutely dominated Malta for the early part of the 22nd century. Jesus Christ. This guy here, Evangelos Atunia, he must have done. What on earth? Yeah, the stadium's named after him. They've won 2 Club World Cups, 10 Super Cups, 3 Europa Leagues. The facilities, yeah, in it. They're worth £1 billion. Their key player is this guy, Ricardo Montero, who they paid £63 million from Watford. What database is this? This is just my stream database that we just simmed to the future. Taste the damn rainbow, yeah. Their hot prospect is actually a Maltese guy called Tyrone Formosa, who is worth £11 million. And he deserves that kind of money. Firstly, we will get to that, Johnson. Again, this is why we have lookups. Save your lookups, we're going to get there very soon. I don't even know what to... I love that they haven't won a league title in ages. Bear in mind, Lucas, the point of this save was to make Malta the biggest team in Europe. So we'd already got Malta up to 2nd in the coefficient chart before we actually handed the game over to the AI, essentially. So we'd got them up to 2nd for 5 straight years, and then we'd also progressed them up to 3rd at the end of the save. So we were doing a lot of that, but Tarxien was not the team we were managing. That's the thing. We never managed Tarxien in the save. Did they ever get relegated? Nope. Tarxien never got relegated. A couple of 3rds there. Where was their first title? So it took them a little while, but look at this. 5 straight titles. Bang. Who had the highest PA and CA? The highest PA, what do you want to know? Because we've already checked that. So if you got any questions about that, do let me know and I can tell you. Or we will try to remember, because we have already gone through the PAs and CAs and stuff. Now we're just doing like the people's look. Look at this. They went in like a 30-year spell of not finishing lower than 4th. There you go, 5th. I think they went like 50 years without finishing. Imagine being a top 4 side for 50 straight years. They've just been insane. Palacio was not the highest PA, no. He was 180. Which is still insane, but he wasn't even close to the highest PA. Cortege was the highest PA, was 200 PA. Vargas was 190, wasn't he? Bartosz was 195, which is like, God, Tarxien, what a lookup that is. Multinational rating, we already looked at, thankfully. Song request, right, okay, cool. Now I can open it back up again. Right, where's me timer? Okay. Gonna open it up again. This will be way more, I suspect. Okay. And go. You got 30 seconds. This one's going to be way, way more because it was only like 25 last time. This one's going to be like 50, I suspect, if not more. Oh. Let's go. Jesus, we've already burned through like 50. Look, this one might take us at least an hour to do. We're nearly at 50.
Bring on the
I love this shit so much. Right. And boom. Okay. Unfortunately, I've just missed that follow. Who was that? It was lost in the sea of lookups. Seekness. No, that was a while ago. Thank you very much for the follow. I do appreciate that. Where is the new follow? Is he there somewhere? There it is. Report. Thank you for the follow as well. If you are new and you've enjoyed today so far, then drop a follow. I'd appreciate that. Okay, let's go. Let me get rid of that for a minute. Right, starting off with League winners. Okay. I'm glad because I want to see what the hell's going on in France. Well, Amiens. Oh my God. Wait, what's this? Oh, that's the playoff. Oh my God. What the fuck? So, PSG won every title in the save, basically. But then, like, 5 years after the save finished, Nice, who were second for ages, started winning it. Then these two kind of rocked back and forth. Wow, Nice won about 15 titles in a row. Then PSG started to just get worse and worse, it seems. And then they just disappeared. They got a 3rd place there. Nantes essentially became the PSG. Although, also, good shout out to Châteauroux. 18th, they're actually 19th. And they're going to get worse, too. I know some of you have seen some extra stuff. Châteauroux, yeah, Kivelli Rouen got one as well. Oh, they came back. Just came randomly back. Red Star got one. Nîmes as well. Montpellier, Sochaux. Sochaux actually makes sense. They have insane. And Amiens also got one. So QRM got it as well. Oh, this year. Yeah, PSG are around there as well. Yes, because it technically hasn't ticked over. Let me have a look at the current league table. Kivelli Rouen, Amiens, Lille, Guingamp, Nîmes, Nice, Angers, Nantes, Toulouse, Ajaccio. There's PSG. Bastia, Metz. Châteauroux actually got relegated along with... Wow. Okay. Well, the top scorer only got 15 goals. Now, that might be because of the... Oh, no, their squads are still pretty solid. Yeah, no amazing minnows, really. I mean, I guess that Kivelli Rouen doing pretty well. PSG get relegated. I'm suspecting that they did. If I had to guess, I suspect that they probably did. 8 points is not amazing, is it? What were the records by any chance while we're here? Most points in the season, 92 for Nice. Fewest points was Caen with... Well, actually, it's technically this season, in fact. As it happens. Yeah, Châteauroux lost 30 times in a season. What about most goals in a season? That's in there somewhere, right? Or is it? Lowest attendance. Wait, where's the lowest attendance? 258 people rocked up for FC Versailles. Do they think they were in, like, treaty? That's insane. Why would 258 people go to that game? 86 goals actually seems kind of low. Yet Stade Rennais winning 19 games in a row is insane. More than the 6th tier of Germany. Hang on, more. Oh, yeah. You would do. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, Germans, lower league attendances are a bit like England, aren't they? Where they're actually like very high compared to a lot of the rest of Europe. That's insane. It is for size, I suppose. They're League 2 at the moment. They actually have only got one real player. Well, not one real player, obviously, but that's insane. Lewis Linus had the most goals in a match. Really? Was that when he was at Marseille? Oh, no, that was for Stade Rennais. That was actually after we sold him. The guy got a goal after 30 years. Wow, a guy that was 39 years old. Christian Colombo. Yeah, it's a post-save guy. That's nice. Okay, we will be circling back to France without a shadow of a doubt. Wycombe will definitely be around. Oh. Oh, dear. Or not. Their National League. They won one League One. Oh, they've fallen off hard. I'm so sorry, Wanderer Skylight. They've won 4 National League titles in the save. Conference League Cup. Not quite the same thing as the conference. They've technically won a Conference League. There you go. God, I didn't think that would happen with Wycombe. I thought they'd be way better than that. No, they've been in the National League quite a lot. Mostly League 2 and National League, it seems. In fact, yeah, they were in League. They were doing okay until we turned the league on. Then they just kind of went straight down the league. Oh dear. Yeah, it's kind of the Norwich highlight. Anderlecht. They'd have won a couple of bits, right? I would have thought with some of these I might have to be a bit faster. Oh, wow. Lots of Jupiler leagues. Wow, no. Not even a Conference League for Anderlecht. That actually surprises me. I would think they would have won a Conference League or something. Their key player is Ronaldo Kubia, who they signed from Oostende. Okay. With ones that are like this Leicester show, I will just... Obviously, they're only like 100-point lookups, thankfully, so... MK Dons. I guess, yeah. National... Oh, I mean, you know, I guess. Smallest violin and all that. National League for the MK Dons. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. MK Dons have been 6th tier in this save. They actually got double relegated at one point. Yeah, they've been as low as the 6th tier. They've spent long times in National League North and National League South. Look at that, for like a full 10-year period as well. Again, there isn't a violin small enough, but still. So I saw from EastEnders, they did, yeah. It was Phil Mitchell, in fact. Moving on. God, there's 53 of them. Liga On winners, I'll just refund your points for that. Wrexham. Okay. They've done it. Wycombe have done it. So, Wrexham are now in the Championship. Sorry, what is FC United of Wrexham? What the actual fuck is FC United of Wrexham? I've never heard of that before. So this was for people that didn't like... They were like, we're doing too well here. The Ryan Reynolds lashback. I didn't even know there was one. And clearly it's not really gone anywhere. Wrexham's in Norfolk. It's actually a really nice town. It's got like it's on the Broads. I hired a boat there with my family when I was a kid. So here's Wrexham with their one player, Liam Lee. Okay. MK Dons have a bit of a history, Steve, because of the whole Wimbledon thing, basically. So most football fans in general don't have the most favourable view of the MK Dons, you could say. It sort of springs from neutral to generally quite negative for the most part. Kind of like the way that German fans may see a club like Leipzig, I guess. So, Wrexham clearly have been up there, right? They've won 2 FA Cups. They've also won the Championship a few times, which means they have to have been, like, up there. Or Hoffenheim. I think Hoffenheim, I don't know exactly, because again, I don't follow German football super closely, but I imagine it's more like Leipzig. I feel like Leipzig could get way more hate than Hoffenheim do. Maybe. From the outside, that's what it feels like. So they've been in the Premier League. They usually, when they are in the Premier League, they're rarely ever anything more than... Actually, they've had a 5th, so they must have been in Europe. Well, we know that they've lost a couple of Conference Leagues, so they've obviously got, like, scrappy sort of... They've scraped into Europe a few times, it would seem, anyway. The European records. So we can look at, like, Champions League. So they got to the knockouts against Bayern. Europa League. They lost the Europa... there we go. So we know that they've been in a Europa League final as well. And obviously the Conference League, they've been, in fact, in... I love that they lost a final to Marseille. That actually makes me... That's extremely funny. And they also lost a final to Luzerne. So they've been in they've been in 3 Europa League finals and lost all of them. The fuck up in the past. We're not entirely sure exactly yet, account user. We know that PSG disappeared for a while. Nantes and Nice kind of dominated French football. But I haven't quite narrowed down what yet. I'm waiting for the lookups to guide me. Obviously, I will go and circle back to it. Jesus. That's not ideal, is it? Okay. Yeah, it seems like basically everyone and their mum can win league. Right, Gold Cup. Okay. Right, so that's North America. CONCACAF Gold Cup. Guatemala. Wow, okay. Haiti got back-to-back Gold Cuppies. The US obviously dominated a lot of it. Costa Rica. Mexico got 4 in a row. Jamaica got... Look at that. The Jamaica-Haiti dominance there. 3 in a row for Jamaica. Back-to-back for Haiti. Back to Jamaica again. Then Mexico were like, actually, yeah, we've woken up again. Guatemala and Suriname getting them as well. Sick. That's what we like to see. That's more like it. Hello, Pog. Dominica, that might have been when there was that player at... I can't remember which Maltese club it was that they had a really... Oh, Guadeloupe as well. Get into a final. Guatemala again. Panama. Curacao in there too. Suriname got to a few. Yeah, it feels like the USA might have had a bit of a monopoly on the host there. Did we get a parcel? Yes, we did, Pog. The 3 more things have arrived for you. One of them is the hall rug. The rest of them are in packages, so I don't know what they are exactly. I think one of them is the coffee as well, potentially. Espanyol. Okay, so we're verging into Spain here, which should give us some kind of indication of interesting things. But it doesn't look like Espanyol have been up to much, because Liga Hypermotion is the second tier, no? They have won a Copa del Rey, though. So they did win the Spanish Cup once, in the save anyway, and have won 3 second-tier titles. And, wait, they've also won the Super Cup. They've got 2 Yans. Yeah, there you go. Also, I love that Juan Pablo Paz is in there too, one of our former guys. So they've got this guy. They've got 1 Yan. Wait, hang on. That's hilarious. That's him. That's the guy I signed from Espanyol. The guy that was on loan at Balsan during the save. Then he went to Real Sociedad, then back to Sirens, then back to Espanyol again. So I kind of like that as a career for him. Never got any Spain caps either. Who's the second Yan? Oh, we can't click on the second Yan. Beppis arrived. Yes, it did. The hole behind the door is just full of Beppis. It's tremendous. Nearly a palindromic career. Exactly. That's nice. There's a legend called Peter. Is there any clickable legends other than Maurizio Pochettino? Unfortunately not. Also, Juan Pablo Paz was a well-favoured player here as well. Yeah, back to Sirens again. He spent a long time on loan at Sevilla before I sold him, basically. Nothing major happened there. Yeah, the Beppe is great. It's going to take forever to get through, but I love it. Right, Serie A. Okay, we haven't really thought about Italy yet, but I suspect this is where we're going to find out about tourists. Well, Juve are the holders. Do you know what? It's not as wild as I thought it would be, truthfully. Juve, Milan, Napoli, Genoa are up there, but Roma, Inter, Atalanta. Then you've got tourists. That's when things does get a little bit crazy. Cesena, Sassuolo, Virtus and Tella, Como, Fiorentina getting relegated. Lazio nowhere, true. But the winners, we're blatantly going to see some crazy one in there. Oh, well, no, we're very much not. Wow. Has anyone really surprised it? Roma got a title. Torino got a second place. Italy playing Catenaccio with our hearts here. Milan just dominated for 10 years straight there. Did Tourist win one? Oh, yeah, they did. Yes, you're right. No, you're absolutely right. Tourist did manage to grab a title. Pisa got a third place there as well. Cittadella actually got a runner-up spot. So the only real surprise is Tourists, who just seem to have come out of nowhere and now are gone again. That's bizarre. Look at this. They just come up out of Serie B, immediately get into Europe, win a title, and then just slowly disappear again. Nope. No tycoon. That is like one of the weirdest stories. Because for the majority of this save, Literally, they're a Serie C side. Actually went to Serie D at one point. Like, at the turn of the century, they went to Serie D. Then they were in Serie C. And then, yeah. They were in Serie G, then got to Serie B, stabilised for a while there, then slowly crept their way up a little bit, finally won that league. But the fact that they then... It's crazy to me that they won the league in Serie B, finally got to Serie A, and then went 5th, 4th, 2nd, 4th, 1st, and then slowly faded away again before getting relegated, and coming back again. Have we had another parcel? Yes, we've had another parcel, Pog. We had some right before stream, and we've had 2 more about 5 minutes ago when I had to go downstairs and get them. A lot of points, yeah. Yeah, you're right. They got 93 points this season. They won the league. That's so weird. They just came up, won Serie A, refused to elaborate it, and then left. Tremendous work from them. Did they win any European trophy? They actually didn't. We saw them do some stuff in Europe, but they never actually did anything long term. Is there any clickable legends? There's a guy called Dixon Watson, which I really like. There's a few like random favoured personnel in there, but nothing like... That's a really weird story. You see, they have a Maltese player. I think at one point they may have done... Oh, no, they have a Hungarian player, Attila Sucks. This was the guy... This is how we first saw about tourists, because we were looking at the Hungarian national team, and their 5th best player was this guy here. Literally, arrive, win title league. I mean, to be fair, what more you got to do, right? That's dope. That's sick. Okay, Champions League. Right, okay, Champions League. Well, we know Tarxien certainly had their fill of Champions Leagues. Did anyone else manage it? Sirens did. Sirens and Tarxien. Is it just going to be a Rainbows and Sirens little... I can't wait to see the Maltese League, actually. Because Tarxien we know have won a load. Am I going to like this page? Is it just full of... Oh my god. Look at the Hamron, Sirens, Tarxien, Watford, Gazira United. Oh my god. I want to scroll right back to where we finished so we can see what the first... Hilariously, the moment we win it. Oh my god. So we beat we beat City in the final. Then the following year we win it again. So look at this here. Sirens, Man United, Sirens... Man United, Sirens, Man United, Sirens. This is smashing it. They actually won it again without me, then came second without me, but then we were absent for a while. Couple of runners up there at least, and then it kind of went back to like normal things. Then we won it again over Barcelona, because Iberian, naturally. Did we ever lose to... Then we had a win over Liverpool. That was like 12 years or something. Oh, we lost to Barca. God damn it. Beat Porto again, naturally. Then we lost to Chelsea. Then... Another... Do you want to count? Yeah, we can do, Pog. I like how it's like fairly normal, and then all of a sudden, Southampton beat Hamron in the final. Like, what the fuck happened there? What a weird final. Southampton... And then we lose to Porto. Then Southampton win another Champions League. Beating West Ham in the final. Then we beat Barcelona. Then we beat Ajax in the final. Then hang on. We won 3 in a row. Beat Man United in the final, finally. Then we beat Chelsea in the final. Sevilla beat PSG. Then PSG beat us. Gladbach win 1. Man United beat Gudja in the final. Then Hamron beat Man United. Then Sirens beat Man United. We never did 3 in a row, no. Man United beat Tarxien then. Then Chelsea beat Tarxien. Real Madrid beat... God, Tarxien lost a lot of finals, didn't they? It literally... Malta just ganged up on United here. United beat Gudja, and then us and Hamron went, no, we're not standing for this. This is... Well, it is a save, yes. So, it's a save that we did 30 years of, and then I simmed 100 years after the end of the save, basically. So, Tarxien lost a lot of finals. It has to have been number 1 at some point. I've got a few different random save points where we could have a look and see if it did get to number 1. But I don't have it every year because the save file's like 600 megs. And I didn't want 600 gigs of like save files knocking about. When did Tarxien finally get one over the line? Well, Literally, their first win was in turn of the century. And it was against us. Keon Lee Stadium. I guess he's a Sirens legend. He's presumably the guy that we named our new stadium after, which is a 90,000 capacity stadium, which again, we do not currently play in. There's so many stadiums in St. Paul's Bay. Future Matt through the final. He knew. Tarxien. Oh, good lord. So it was, we lose to Tarxien. They then beat Bayern. We then go back and win against legend manager. Oh, really? Okay. Then we beat Real Madrid. Then Tarxien beat Goodyear. Then we beat Bayern Munich. Then Hamren beat Valencia. Then Tarxien are there again. Then they're there again. Holy shit. Tarxien win again. Then again. Then Hamren lose one. Tarxien went back-to-back there as well. Hamren grab on. Tarxien again. Jesus Christ. Yeah, the year we have two teams in the final is probably the year. It's a shame I don't have one. I've got one in like 96, I think. Hamren Real Madrid. I'll have to have a look through those. Goodyear versus Hamren there as well. It has to have been. Yeah, I just wish I could. I don't have a save file from that year. Like, these are the ones I have. I've got 2020, 21, 24. Those are the save files I have, basically. Yeah, West Ham have clearly been massive as well. Tarxien have got one. Again, look at that. Sirens. Tarxien, Sirens. That little section there, we probably got number one as well there, I would have thought. Oh, hang on. What year is that? I've got 2055 one, I think. I could check this one quickly. I want to just see if we're on this one. We must be pretty up there. Yeah, Keon Lee was killing it. Gazira, Goodyear, Hamren, Tarxien, and Sirens. Yeah, Goodyear have got like one, I think. Hamren and Tarxien have got loads, and we've obviously got tons. Coefficients. The fuck happened here? Oh, those years happened. God damn it, man. I think we can safely assume that they probably did get it at some point. We may not have a year that actually shows it, but there's no way that they didn't get it. That year when we had 5 consecutive finals, including Maltese sides in double finals some years, particularly with the other European stuff. Good lord. 28 points for England that year. There's simply no way that we didn't get one. We must have at some point got to number one. I think it's unlikely it would have happened in 2090, but we'll check it as well. Basically, these are just random save points when I went, I should probably save it here in case it crashes overnight. But the problem is if I set up like a yearly auto save, I should have done 5 yearly ones so we'd always have a reference point, but that would have still been a lot of data, which I didn't really have room for. We were pretty close there as well, but I think at some point it's fairly safe to say, though, we definitely got number one in there. During that spell when Tarxien were really good as well, and we were still good, there's no way that, provided the others were still doing well in the the other tournaments. The only one we haven't looked at yet is the Europa League. But we won plenty of Conference League titles in that period as well. Good God. That was dope. Pirate noises. Wait. Hang on. Am I spelling this wrong? Yeah, it's because it won't let me do the Maltese letters. Hang on, let me just go to like BOV Premier. Actually, what we'll do is I'll refund you points for that. We'll circle back to Gargoyle when we go to the Maltese Premier League. So Duisburg. It's because of that sound. All the silent ones in Arur. So Duisburg have got a single third tier title. I wish I had more to show. I might even refund your points for that, honestly. Man United. Well, we know a lot about Man United. We know they've won a lot of titles. 5th in the Premier League currently, though. 14 Champions Leagues for United. 30 Premier League titles. Actually haven't won a title in nearly 70 years, though, Man United. Their next... Shannon Pither is their manager. Just still at Old Trafford. It's probably fallen down by now. A couple of Club World Cups. 22 FA Cups. 13 Super Cups. 18 Europa Leagues and 7 Conference... Wait. I wonder if they won a second tier in the save. It doesn't look like they've been relegated. Ten Hag's a legend. Have they been relegated? No. Have they even really been a bottom? They've had a couple of bottom half finishes. The 13th one year, and they kind of stagnated a little bit here. A 14th place there. 15th place there with 43 points and a minus 22 goal difference. Yeah, order the vacuum pog. They had a 16th. Yeah, occasionally they'll have like a random dip year, but they tend to be fairly consistent. It doesn't look like they've ever been like stupidly close to relegation. Even that year when they came 15th, they had 43 points. Where was the 16th? 38 points is pretty close. They've not been like crazy bad. We did CONCACAF Gold Cup. We've looked at that. Champions League winners are 100 points for that. Sirens transfer history after we left. All right. Should we just do Sirens here? Because we're gonna have to look at Sirens eventually. Now feels like the time since we're going towards Sirens' transfer history. So we'll just incorporate that in here. So Sirens. Let's just have a look at their squad currently. Wow, so little second nationalities in there. I love how it's just like big nations for the most part. And then North Macedonia in there with David Tchaikovsky. Not Poland, sorry. Lots of P nations, actually. We've got Portugal. Oh, just the two. Fairly small squad, yeah. I mean, what are the loans? We've got joining Good United. Good to know. All right, here we go. How many titles? 88. They've won 31 Champions Leagues. 31 Champions Leagues. It's really a shame that we don't see any other legendary managers that we recognise the names of. 31 Champions Leagues is a lot. But 88 titles isn't all of them. 700 million in the bank. So we'll look at managerial history for them as well. Keon Lee. Wait, did we sign him? Is that most Champions League? It has to be, right? We played in loads of stadiums. This is the Anthony Park. This is about our 4th or 5th stadium. Moulion? Yeah, Moulion was a manager. He was one of our like youth guys. Right, okay, where do we even begin? So 31 Champions League, 88 league titles, which we are still winning up towards the last season as well. 7 Club World Cups. 66 cups. Domestic cups, anyway. Where do we even begin? I guess managerial history. We'll come to the transfers in a minute, but I want to see who managed after us. Actually, chat, who do you reckon took over after me? Because it wouldn't have been Keon Lee, I wouldn't have thought. That would have been later. So the question is, who took off Turati? I think Hadrian's idea about it being that guy from Arsenal makes sense. It would be so fun if it was Hadrian. It is weird seeing Francis Moulion in there as a manager. Marlon Healy? Is there any other managers in here? No. Surprisingly. Lahovi. Yeah, Atabolu. That's the guy, yeah. Right, managers. Boom. High caretakers. As if. It was Vecchiarelli. That was the Sweetie manager, I think. And look, Keon Lee was there for 24 years. Did he win more than me? Do you know what? You might have. It's pretty close. Yeah, the Gazira lad. I don't know if he was at Gazira. I think he might have been at Sweetie United by this point. Yes. So he was the Gazira guy. He was one of our like youth guys, I swear. Or was he? Oh, no. Yeah, he was Inter's under-20 coach. Then he was Gazira. Then Birkikara at Sweetie United. And then Sirens. But he didn't look like he did all that well at Sirens. Actually, seems to do okay. THFC Jam, thank you very much for the follow. He was the good Turati for sure, yeah. Vecchiarelli was only at the club for 4 years. He had a 73% win rate, which is still very insane. But Keon Lee, 75%. He won everything. Next manager, probably not, just because he was just a random coach. If he was a player, then I'd have been all over it. But it looks like we didn't get any random players. Unfortunately. Yeah, he won 20 league titles in 24 years. We didn't win them all. But that managerial pipeline helped a lot. Like 44 cup wins. You could argue that he was as successful as me in many ways. I don't know exactly how successful, because unfortunately it's a shame it doesn't like... We can't look at his like milestones or anything, which is annoying. So there's that. Yeah, Thomas Dunn actually got sacked after that. Which is wild, given that he won them the league. Then presumably got sacked because they weren't going to win the next year. Big alone fund. Probably not, I'm guessing. A few guys then took over and retired. No one was really there. Oh, then we had like back-to-back insane length managers with Andrade Kazufi and then Marcel Feld, who was there for 14 years. This guy here, though, Robert Busquets, actually kind of brought it back a little bit with some cups. Didn't win a lot of league titles, though. Like, this guy only won 5 titles in 14 years, which is actually not that many. With the next save, we're doing Outcast to Icons. So like a European lower league journeyman save, basically. With some very specific rules on top of that, which you can see in chat there. 16 years and one league... God, yeah, one title in 16 years is insane. Presumably it's just because the expectations were lower at the... He still had a 66% win rate. 70% for you. 77 for Busquets. Somehow gets sacked. What about the best? Hopefully it was me. 75, 65. God, that's appalling. Thomas done at 70 there. Viettorelli. Yeah, it was me. We take that. Rainbows, he may well have been, yeah, where they were absolutely smashing it. Okay, transfers. What I do want to see, actually, is, before we look at that a bit more detail, is how bad the fire sale was after we left. I might move myself to the left for this, actually. Which, I've also, now that we've got StreamYard running again, the mods can actually move my camera around again. I've switched that feature back on again. So it was this year here. No. This one? Yeah, this was the last season that we played, because that was me selling Latrak to Chelsea. So then the following year, they sold Moser to Barcelona for £90 million. They literally sold our star striker. New managers need it. Bjorkman went to Arsenal as well. Pagonzo went to Man United. Salamal da Silva for 31 million. Our record signing. Ouchie. Bjork Sultan went to PSG. Dedimar to PSG. They absolutely decimated us here. Good lord. Moses PA was, I believe, 183 in the end. Then the following year, 450 million in sales. They just sold everybody. Schumacher, Man United, Yannone to Dortmund. These aren't even good fees. They just sold every single player. Yeah, no wonder what he... I mean, 450 million that year in sales. 297 the following year. Jesus, they just... Yeah, 40 million's a good, just surprising. Carvajal to Man City for 49 million. So that shows that they were clearly still in the midst of an absolute financial crisis. Because that... Yeah. The fees they're getting for these players are actually what? Hang on, they brought Mailson back again. Hang on, they spent 200 million on a player. Oh my god, they signed this guy. They signed this guy for 240 million pounds. Which is an absolute waste of money. Did he even win anything with Sirens? I mean, presumably he did win some stuff, but like that's an insane... So they're willing to spend 200 million pounds on a player, but not willing to get any kind of decent fees for our players. You can tell, though, that we were massively in the midst of the financial crisis here. So they sold Javier to Real Madrid for 97 million. So it looks like the values came back up a little bit. Then 45 million pounds worth of sales. Finally kind of were done making money at that point. They sold everybody. Buy high, sell low, literally. 101 million, 107 million, 200 million, 300 million, 83 million. Well, I love that they spent 184 million and also made 184 million in one season. They just wasted so much money. It's ridiculous. The spinner! Thank you for the follow. Jesus, what a waste, man. Obviously, he developed about... Oh, hang on one sec. This was the guy. This is the guy that they spent that kind of money on. 204... I mean, why? What are we doing here exactly? Craziness. Oh, that's actually making me kind of sad that they did that. I kind of want to see their best 11, see if any of our guys actually made it into the list still. Oh, there's that goalkeeper that scored. Reynoso's still in there. Henry Watara is still in this list. Record appearance holder is... Is it Reynoso? Oh, wait, it isn't, is it? It bloody well is. Reynoso is the record appearance holder. How long did bro stay at Sirens? He retired at 37. Shrishan, he sounds Thai or Sri Lankan. Thai. They had another Thai guy. Retired as staff. He was actually head of youth development for both Tarxien and Sweet United. That's cool. Lahovi, 427. When did he retire? 37. Oh yeah, we already knew that, didn't we? That he was retiring at the end of the season. Oh yeah, 642. Yeah, he's the most. But as far as outfield players go, the most was Reynoso. Padilla getting in there is kind of fun. No one else is really notable. Henry John. Lots of Henrys knocking about. We had Henry Watara, Henry Abba, the goalkeeper that scored a goal. Pereira's in there too. Eden Husic, and then just randomly Luis Diaz. Naturally. God damn it. Also, this guy, Anja Pongaracek, that sounds almost like Slovakian or Slovenian. Yeah, Slovenian. From Spezia. What the fuck? Yeah, he came through at Spezia. Lahovi, he couldn't bear the thought of... yeah, he was just like, I'm not staying if Janosch is not staying. We'll obviously circle back to Sirens for more... I mean, what else could we look at Sirens at this stage? I guess records, right? Most points in the season, that was with us. Most goals, that again was us. Highest feed paid. Oh my god. Adrian Alcala. Yeah. They spent 329 million euros on a player. 282 million pounds. And the most money we've ever received on a player was Ahmed Said to West Ham for 200 and something million pounds. So the values definitely came back. It's just total transfer spending in a year, I guess. Biggest defeat. What was the biggest defeat? 12-4. That was during the save. That was when we played Octotrek in the Cup against Hamron, I think. I love that the highest scoring league match was the 16-0 against Dingley that happened before last stream. That was a legit game. That's cool. Holy shit, they've been right there. Yeah, Vida still got the assist record. Reynoso still has the goals record as well. Most league appearances, nearly 400 in a league that... How long was he here? Jesus Christ, nearly 20 seasons. Buick Sultan got the most clean sheets, which... Wait, how did he manage... Oh, that was league stuff as well. Like... Yeah, this guy got 15 Man of the Match awards in 26 games in the league, which is insane. That's season total, because if you look here, Bjork Sultan's got 30 clean sheets one year, and that was... Yeah. Youngest goal scorer was... not a player we can click on. Tom Luca Quint. Oldest goal scorer, actually, is this guy. Eros Fortes at 37. Vacuum's coming Friday. God, that's ages away, Pog. This house is... We need to clean, man. Youngest player was actually our guy. Let's just look at their league record as well. So they were fifth. Yeah, they had this little spell here of not really doing much. Lots of thirds and seconds. Their lowest finishes, like there's a fifth there. It looks like at no stage have they ever fallen off, really. Not consistently. So when we left the save, do you know what? It didn't take long. That was less than 10 years for them to not win a title. That's insane. Huh. Stadium moves. Yeah, we can look at landmarks. I mean, loads of... So they had like... Oh, they had a tycoon as well. Because it's as if they've actually had more than one... They've had 3 tycoons. Hey, Jumanji guy. Just the 3 tycoons. Barely won the title. How dare you? But you're absolutely spot on, yes. You'd think that they would be able to win a title, though, with the sheer amount of players that they had knocking about. Then again, they sold most of the damn things, didn't they? What was I going to check out? Stadium moves. Can we even see that? Oh, yeah, it'd be on facilities, wouldn't it? Jesus Christ. Okay. So that's all stuff with us. That was where we departed the save. So they upgraded some stuff. Then they upgraded the capacity again. Wait, really? They waited 20 seasons to add 3,000 seats. Then they moved 7 years later to the Keon Lee Stadium. Understandably so. 700 million in the bank, because you can have 700 million in the bank anyway. Like, the amount of transfers out they've had, like, they could have had 700 million pounds in the bank. We had money like that in the bank when we didn't have a tycoon, when I was managing the club. Then they paid it to 90,000. Then they moved to Anthony Park, which is their current stadium, and they've been there for 20 years. I swear there's usually a thing in there that says named after. Oh no, it just tells you player rather than actually letting you click on the player. He probably is clickable, though, to be fair, because, you know, it's that level of yeah, he'll be clickable on the... There he is. 290 appearances for Sirens over a 14-year period. He's a bit alright, isn't he? These are not official kits for Sirens. No, they were made using Kit Basher. We had like special custom ones designed every sort of few seasons to have like these ones are sponsored by a gin that I made basically. So no, they were made using Kit Basher. Big capacity. That's very true. 120,000 is. Where are you putting a 120,000 seater stadium in St Paul's Bay? Like I don't know how many of you have actually been to St Paul's Bay, but it is pretty small. Some little Spanish, some random Spanish slug gets it. They've actually got quite a lot of Spanish players currently, as it happens. Yeah, Carlisle Gin. It's the biggest gin brand in the world now. I hate to break it to you. Malta Gin is massive. Next door to the 90,000 capacity stadium, which is next door to the 70,000 capacity one. But oh, my apologies. Sorry, it's confusing. I have a habit of misinterpreting things. As you know. Their budget is they have a £450 million transfer. Their wage budget isn't actually any different. On top of do you think Sleemer are still playing in the shopping centre? I'm sure there are more things we'll think of to come back at Sirens. In fact, let's just have a little look. Attendance is obviously going to be massive. The sequences, that's not really that interesting, is it? It's a shame you can't sort this. Henry John was clapping. I assume fans player of the year is. Yeah, it's fairly straightforward, that kind of thing. Right. There is one familiar face in the top flight. Oh, is it Santa Lucia? Let's quickly check out that before we move on to some of the other lookups. Santa Lucia. Also, shout out to Ormy being up there, but Santa Lucia finally made their way back. Goodyear are the current champions. Yeah, Ormy are up there. That's a rare one. Maybe. I don't know, actually. There's a guy called Nacho Soto. Let's actually look at past winners here so we can see how it really went. Because I want to know who won it after. Oh, so it was Hamron. They were the first team to dethrone us. Then we got it back again. Then they won it again. Then Goodyear got back-to-back titles. Then we just... This presumably was when Keon took over. France are 19th in the league rankings, and they're going to get worse too. They had a 2-point season coefficient-wise 1 year. Which I'm still not entirely sure as to why, but Hadrian seems to have figured it out, so we'll get to that in a minute. Yeah, look at this. This was when Keon was there. We came 5th a couple of times, apparently, from what I can see. Hamron then started to become really good as well. Tarxien just popped. So yeah, Portugal are even worse. Portugal are 30th. Then Tarxien won 6 consecutive times. Oh my god, we were... Look at the boring era in Maltese football here. Tarxien wins 6 consecutive titles. We come runner-up 5 times in a row. And Hamron come 3rd place like 9 years running. Jesus, we only won 1 league title in like 15 years here. Tarxien again. So basically it was us, Hamron, Goodyear and Tarxien until... Did anyone even come close to winning another one? Gazira got a couple, which is when they won that one Champions League as well. So only really recently have Gazira started to become good. Tarxien became absolutely goated. 19 Champions League titles for Tarxien. Might be up there with like top 5 or 6 teams ever. Although actually probably not, just because Real Madrid and Man United would have just been hoovering them up throughout most of this save. But they're probably top 10 by now. I wonder who was their manager during that period. Right. We'll move on now. We'll swing back round because I'm almost certain there's more stuff that we need to discover there. And remember, we'll probably do this again on Tuesday with more stuff potentially. We'll see how we get to, because I want to finish up just before 1:30 today because of the football. So we probably pick things up again on Tuesday with more of this nonsense. Plus, you guys will have had a chance to look through the databases and stuff. Gideon Baba here at Nottingham Forest, which is an immediate dub. League One though is less of a. Oh wow, they really, you can't see because my face cam. Get ready. Oof. Forest went from being 10th in the Premier League in 2056 to being They literally went from being 10th in the Premier League to getting relegated to League 2 in 10 seasons. I'm sorry, Bagpuss. If you go to the Discord, it's in the stream chat. There's the one now, the save file from where I am right now. There's also a save file from when we finish. That way you guys can continue the save if you want to. Low farm start holding the teams back. Nah, the thing is, right, I still don't think it was holding them back, because if we'd have got rid of the loan farm, which is obviously what happens, it still took a long time before they started winning on a European level. And I suspect a lot of that was still because slowly but surely we were winning things again and increasing the reputation of things like the Cup, I suspect. I'd be curious to know did we see where the Bov League actually ranked? Sorry, my apologies. I want to just see where the actual league's rank was. Still only 4th. Although I suspect it may have been higher at various times. I want to just quickly check the cup as well. Basically, if we'd have got rid of the loan farm, we'd have immediately been set back 15 years. And then it would have just been a proper slog. What am I doing here? Hang on. I just realised it doesn't highlight Malta automatically anymore because we're not technically managing there. What about the cup? I want to see if the cup's still only the 32nd best cup. That's weird. Didn't have the same effect that it did in Hungary. So actually, I want to see if Forest did win anything. Hellas League are down to 19th in the coefficient rankings alone. They're between Poland and someone else. I can't remember exactly who it was. Let's see. Premier Leagues, no FA Cups, some championships probably in this. Yeah, not done well there, have Forest. Birmingham City. Well, we know all about Birmingham City as of them winning the Conference League, which is fun. Stendico, I didn't have keep history on after retirement for him apparently because I think he was no longer at the club when I went through the players, so he didn't get a chance to be turned on, which is a shame because I want to know if that 5-star was legit or not. I could at some point go back and look at the older version of the save maybe when he's still at the club perhaps and show you. Alfie Lacey Stewart as well. Carrick Dallywaters. I can't click him, but that doesn't mean he wasn't a regen. There's also got a guy called Rolf Magnia Bratback down here too, which is pretty dope. So Birmingham, 3 conference leagues. It's interesting actually that they've won a few championships, but the 3 random conference leagues, it's 20 years between 2 of them as well. I thought I would expect to see like random dubs from Birmingham City, like win Premier Leagues. Or yeah, no, they won a couple of Carabao Cups. Actually, just the 2 technically. Like they've had a few, you can see. I mean, you can't actually, but their highest Premier League finish that I can see in the recent years is 3rd. So they're still up there, but haven't been like as dominant as I was expecting them to be. I guess if they were super dominant, club was in the Champions League. I'll have 100 points for that. Champions League and Europa League. We haven't looked at Europa League yet. Wayne Rooney famous personnel. You're right. Maybe he came back. So Europa League, Napoli versus Liverpool, of course Tarxien are in there, naturally. Have Tarxien won all of them? It feels like Tarxien have won every single trophy in this save. Yeah, Tarxien have won loads of Europa Leagues too. Gazira United have been runner-up a lot. Yeah, we have looked at World Cup. Oh, pardon me. Finland won one. Hansa Rostock won a Europa League, which is dope. Gazira have a lot of the Burton Albion as well. Something's happened there. Sleemer have won a Europa League too. Sweetie have got another one. Gazira, Köln. Sweetie again. Sweetie have not won any league. It's actually surprising to me that Sweetie were not one of the sides that exploded and became like what Goodyear and Hamron did and that Tarxien did. Sweetie just never quite reached that level. They've won loads of Europa Leagues though. Hamron won a Europa League there as well. Massive Southampton also did. I'm curious to see what the earliest win after Sweetie's win was. So Sweetie win it there. The next dub was actually... Hammer got to a final a few years later. Tarxien actually got to a final 2 years later as well. Wow, they were really cooking straight away. No European Super League. I know, it's great to know. So it took nearly another 20 years for a Maltese side to win the Europa League after that. There was actually only another one team that reached... Oh no, Hammer got to a final there. And Tarxien got there quite quickly. Jesus, they really did cook very fast. The fact that only 2 years after the save finished, Tarxien got back to a Europa League final. That's actually really impressive for them. Fair fucking play. Malta managers. So who won Malta the Euros then? Is my question. We can see that information, can't we? So. 21%. Oh, that was during the save. Hang on. I want to see what the highest is. 21, 23, 20, 40%. Obviously, I have a terrible win rate. Because we didn't win any. Oh no, that's the one. Sorry, not that one. That was when I had to add the second manager. Yeah, Malta went right up in the world. When they got to when they won the Euros? 41% for this guy. Alex Neil obviously did a bit of it. It was Carl Zammit that was the guy in charge currently. Then Robert Vela took over. Only a 30% win rate for him. Tom Puili, he was one of the guys that we brought through our system. Then there's 56% for Kevin Zaroli. He was decent. Resigned, though. Helder Cardozo with a 46% was sacked. Jorge Quintas with 39. Bailey Lonchar at 36. Just the 1 year for Leighton Sherwood. I want to know who won them the cups. It was this guy, Cledis Tiakane. Villalonga with 50%. He was only in charge for a little while, but Sekou Barry at 42. Tariq Mansour. Leon Saliba. Edmilson Cavalcanti, 55%. He was there for 9 years as well, but this is the guy. So he won the European Championship with Malta in 2108. And then he also won the European South American Super Cup with Malta. So he actually won 2 international trophies with Malta, did Glidis Diakane. And this is he. He was a guy that came through at Dakar Sukakur and actually managed Jara. That's kind of cool, actually. Oh, no, he played for Shara. Then he managed Melita Sigivi, Melita again, Birkirkara, then Malta. Yeah, he went and did his time in Gozo. Hello, Phil. That's nice. I love that. He was just playing in Gozo and then went, hey, here we go. Then there's Johan Gauci. Does anyone else do any kind of decent numbers after that? It looks like, Icelandic dude there. 58%. Jesus Christ. 48%. There were some fairly long-serving guys. Just nobody managed to win anything after that. 38, 49. What looks to be a South Korean dude. 49, 39. They should have fallen off a little bit. They got a lot better, though. Like, massively better. Right. Okay. A very specific look-up here from Hadrian, which we need to focus on. Which I'm excited about. So, oh no, Ligue 2. Okay, this is going to be... There must be a reason why you've told me to look at this specific season. So, 21-42. No, this one. Right. Okay. Paris Saint-Germain winning the second tier. With... I mean, PSG firstly winning the second division. Versus Paris Saint-Germain... Paris FC getting relegated. Yeah, you're not supposed to be here, lads. Also, I love that Quevilly Rouen are also down here too. Because it's weird, because most of these other teams are like, okay, you'd sort of... This is probably why France sort of fell off a little bit. Given that PSG... I kind of want to see what actually, like, happened to them, specifically. Because they won loads of titles, then they dropped off a little bit. But they were still like a top 4 side for ages. Had a few little slips here. This is where it began. They started to wobble. Then they got relegated out of nowhere. And I've clicked it on. They had 1 year in the second tier that season. So they had actually... And then... Wait, they got relegated 16th. Oh, of course, yeah. It's because smaller teams now, isn't it? Less teams. And then they spent bloody ages in Ligue 2. Actually finished as low as 7th one season. And 8th in Ligue 2 that year. Then they were back in the top flight again. And have managed to win 1 title since returning to the top flight. But they came like... They had an 8th place in the second tier. Damn. France's most recent 2-point year in Europe is an absolute mess. How would we see exactly what they got up to that year? Like, who were there? It's a shame there's no way of really obviously seeing that. For those of you that missed it earlier, I must show you this again. France are all the way down here and have had a 2.125 point season in Europe. If I was to go into the future, like 2 more seasons, I suspect that France are going to get a lot worse. Like, a lot worse. Edison Arifi, who's that? Oh yeah, manager, unemployed. Was he just like a really famous player? Certainly ran around a little bit. I don't believe the season review allows you to scroll it. No, it's just a single season thing. It just shows you the current year. Amiens, Ajaccio, Châteauroux, and Nantes. None played many games. Jesus Christ. Oh, he's an Arifi. I see. Oh, he won Next Gen. Oh, that's kind of cool. The better of the Arifi brothers, or the Arifi lineage, so to speak. Okay. We've got Kickers Emden. That's a really specific lookup. Nobody in champs. Amiens made the Europa League group and didn't qualify. Jesus. So just lots of like early knockouts, basically. I guess once you start the slide. Make it first. We believe so. There was a spell, Christian, where there was 5 straight wins for the Champions League for Malta, including multiple different teams, with Tarxien winning it, and 2 finals with back-to-back with multi-sides in both. So I suspect that they did. We just haven't got a save file that I can specifically show it, but there's very much obviously a spell where they did it. It's almost impossible for them to have not done it at that point, right? Multiple indeed, yeah. So this is Kickers Emden. I wish I had more to show you, but there's no players. I'll refund your points for that. Bundesliga. We haven't looked at the Bundesliga yet. Of which Bochum are the current holders. Okay, much better than Italy then. So Bayern win loads as normal. In fact, they win almost every... Oh no, there was a few Dortmund ones. Random Leipzig title in there as well, unfortunately. Gladbach got a few. Gladbach had... Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Gladbach went and won like 11 straight league titles, and then of all the people to go and break the hegemony, it was Greuther Fürth that came along and went, we'll have that. Then Bochum. Then it was just a bit of a mess again. Wolfsburg grabbed one in there too. Oh, look at that Saarbrücken with a second place there. Freiburg grabbed one. Bayern then became Bayern again. This is where 1860 and Eintracht Braunschweig and Osnabrück came up. Then they actually got a title. Osnabrück actually won one. Then FC Köln out of nowhere. Saarbrücken coming up there. Leipzig did win one title, but that was actually during the save, which we never noticed that. They got a random title here in 2049. Just out of nowhere. What about the second tier? Any like random promotions for like, well, that's the sort of stuff I was on about. Random promotion there for Bayer Leverkusen. In fact, they then got relegated again, and then one promotion again. I just want to say like a random Bayern one here. Leipzig got relegated, because they must have done in order to come back up again. And again. Happened a few times, it seems. Schalke, naturally. Yeah, I'll look at the current season while we're here. Heidenheim grab one. Hello, Sam. We can look at the current league table in a sec. Saarbrücken and Bayer Leverkusen, well, they got relegated quite a few times, didn't they? No Bayern promotions, which means they're probably just a bit more mid than they used to be. Let's have a look at the current actual the league table for the Bundesliga. So Bochum won it on goal difference over... Oh, okay. Over Waldorf. Who they currently have. That's a good point, actually. I don't believe it was as much as that. Because technically at the end of last stream, we'd actually managed to get 9 teams in Europe for the following season. Which is crazy. Yeah, so Bayern are just like mid-table. But yeah, SV Waldorf, Mannheim are in there. Having been all over the shop. Yeah, they've just been yo-yo-y. Third tier for much of history. Then they were second tier. Then they got to the top flight and actually came second in their first season in the Bundesliga. They didn't even win the Zweite Bundesliga, but then the first season in the real Bundesliga, they actually came second and got into Europe. That's insane. It's like Ipswich in the 90s. Love that for them. They did it again here, look. Won the second tier, then the following year, fourth and then second. What on earth did this lot do? Do they need like a run-up? It's like they get relegated, then when they come back up again, they just immediately win stuff. I suppose the Regents one, yeah, that's crazy. Giant B on their logo. Love to see that. It's like they literally need a run-up. You say they lost the title on the final day as well. That's annoying because that could have been their own. That would have been their title. Well, yeah, they lost at home against Osnabrück, who aren't even that good here, and that's what allowed Bochum to sneak in with a win against Sandhausen. They're tanking for a better draft pick. True. They've got those American air bases, you know. Might not do any more, you know. Holy shit, fair fucking play. Dusseldorf going down as well there. Christ. Looks like Bayer Leverkusen are on the cusp again. Let me just quickly check how many teams Malta have in Europe this season. Just the 7. They probably had a lot of con. Look how close Ormi were. Ramstein, yeah. Right, Spurs in general. I didn't see Spurs a lot on the... Oh yeah, I have to type in Tottenham, don't I? Otherwise the game will shout at me. Yeah, Ramstein Airbase is one of them, isn't it? Wait, well, Dortmund disappeared? Roundup video. Possibly Tuesday, not entirely sure. I'm recording the 2... Because it's a 2-season roundup, so it's going to take me a little while to make. Are retiring the same? Yes. Yes, Graham, what's up? Oh, they're in the promotion play-up. No shot. League One Tottenham. Right. Playing in the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Still. They've been playing in the same stadium for 150 years. Right then. Have they won anything? No Premier Leagues. No FA Cups. They have won 2 Europa Leagues. And a single Conference League.
Oh, this isn't where I parked my car.
And 2 championships. Oh, go on. Give them a Carabao Cup. Nope, no Carabao Cups. They've won a League One. Ouchie. And the thing is, they've only just recently got shit as well. Sam, thank you for the follow as well. because they were in the Premier League in 2058. Oh my God. They went straight down to League One basically after like 2 years. Was that only relegation? Oh my God. Oh my God. It's got worse. So they were obviously Premier League in this save for ages. Then they really fell off hard, won the championship with 108 points. Look at this disabled. Yes, at the moment, until we've gone through the lookups we've currently got set on. Then we'll open it up again. Otherwise, it would just be lookups that I would never get to, and that's kind of pointless, right? Few championship ones. Then they came back to the Premier League and were still very mid. Then the championship again. Then a single season in the Premier League. This is where they started the decline. Look at this. That's like 30 straight seasons in the championship before finally getting relegated to League One. Then League Two. They came 7th in League Two. They got 83 points and didn't get promoted out of League Two. Tool Station League champions. You'll never think that. That's amazingly funny. Imagine getting 83 points in League Two and not getting even into the playoffs. Oh, that is playoffs in League Two, isn't it? Because there's 3 promotion spots and then 4 playoff teams. So they were technically in the playoffs that year. But they didn't. Wow. But they did work their way back to the Premier League for a year. Appalling. Then have they? Yeah, then they just went straight back down again. Like 19th in. Good Lord. 19th in the Premier League with 28 points. Then narrowly stayed up in the Championship the following year before finishing bottom. PSG got relegated and took France with them, essentially. Like, quite literally. End of the save. We won the Champions League again on the last stream, and also Sweetie won the Europa League. So we at least did have a Maltese side win every single trophy. Video this YouTube. Well, the VOD will be up, yes. If I get a chance, I might make a cut down version of this, maybe for the second channel as well. Pardon me. It's just tough because I need to work on other things really, because I want to work on the recap video for it as core. But this VOD will obviously be on YouTube just like all the others. The recap video for the final 2 seasons I'm going to make tomorrow. Then I need to work on the like preview video for Outcast to Icons to go out on Sunday for like I don't know what I'm going to call it yet. It's basically the intro to the save, but it's also a video about the save, so I explain the rules for everybody. The next one will start on Sunday, so next Sunday basically. Plus I've always got the Lone Farm video and all the other like non-stream related videos. Yeah, episode 0. Basically, I use it as a way of like getting people to come over to the stream, but also so that it's a beginning to the intro of the YouTube side of things too, as well as explaining what Outcast to Icons is and how people could do it themselves. That's basically the idea behind it. Spurs are playing against Palace in League One. So it isn't just Spurs that are being Spursy. Palace are also being Spursy. A primer, so to speak. Yeah, exactly. I always like to do that, if I can do. So that'll be on the docket this week, essentially. Portugal got a 1.8 year. I love that they could just have such a bad year. I guess with Portugal being so low down, it does make sense. Looks like Spurs and Palace kind of became awful at the exact same moments. Have they? Yeah, Palace have done League Two as well as recently as like 2068. Well, City, we haven't seen much from City lately. They've been in the... Wow, Palace got really bad really fast as well. Jesus Lord. Yeah, we'll do a second looking forward on Tuesday because today's going to be not as long. So I feel... And besides, like I said, if I didn't do that, then there wouldn't be a stream Tuesday anyway because I'd need to be working on stuff for OTI. So I'd rather take a few hours to stream some more of the looking forward stuff because it's fun, right? That and there's way more stuff to look into than normal, it feels like. Right, that's Palace. Tourists. We did already look at Tourists a little bit, but... In fact, how close did we look at Tourists? We kind of did, didn't we? Yeah, no, we did look at Tourists. Yeah, well, I'll refund you points for that one. I forgot. Dwayne Johnson. Okay, that's not going to... Hang on. Or did you see a player called Dwayne Johnson? That would be funny as fuck. Oh, Jesus, there actually is. Here's Dwayne Johnson, a Trimbagonian. How did you see him? Or did you just look up the database yourself? That's mad. There he is. At Stokely Vale. 6'5", that makes sense. Trimbagonian. Can you smell what Stokely Vale's cooking? Right. Bristol City. Okay. Watch them all be in National League. It feels like all of these sides that we're looking up in like the Football League are just... Oh, there you go. See, they're exactly where you'd sort of expect them to be, roughly. That sort of Championship League 1 level. Where they've... Oh, they've actually been in League 2 more recently. They're on the up as it happens. Have they been... Please tell me they've at least done one random season in the Premier League. Oh my God. It feels like League One is the only league, basically. So we have lookups for that back east. We will get to that as well when I open the lookups up again, but until that time, then we're just concentrating on the lookups we've got currently in the queue. Championship, yeah, once they got relegated out of the Championship over 100 years ago, they've never managed to escape the League 2, League 1 quagmire. For over 100 years, they've been stuck yo-yoing between League 1 and League 2. Weirdly, it feels more like Bristol Rovers, which makes me think that Bristol Rovers might just be randomly in the Premier League now. I'm sorry, Jinx. Hadrian's manager. So I don't know what his career looked like. We know that he had 104 PA. Man never got another job in football again. That is hilarious. He never worked in football again after that. It's amazing because he takes over Zabar, wins Maltese Premier League Manager of the Year, gets them into the Champions League, gets sacked, and then just never manages again. Any teams in the Championship? I don't believe so. I think it's just an entirely empty league at the moment. We did Europa League already, so I refund you points for that. We've done Bundesliga. Ponticas, I definitely did keep history after... There we go. Evangelos Ponticas. He had 180 PA, in case you're wondering. So yeah, came into Sirens. We sold him to Dortmund. Then they sold him to Barcelona. Then he came back to Sirens for 9 years for 219 million. Gee, if only we'd just kept hold of him. God, they were so bad at managing this sort of stuff. My Judas journey? Yeah, in it. So we sold him for fuck all and then brought him back for over 200 million. And now he's at Al Ittihad. Right. I'm surprised he didn't have higher PA. French League Apostle. We have looked at the French League already. In relatively high detail, but we'll probably be coming back as well. Liverpool, yeah. No, we haven't. Nothing... No, we haven't specifically, no. Sheffield Wednesday. Okay. What's the betting there in League 1? Oh, sorry. What? Never mind. Right. No one's in the Championship yet. Everyone's in League 1 or the National League North. Please don't tell me they went down any further than that. Good God. So, Championship for the most part, then League 1 for a little bit, then they've just sort of slowly declined. They were in League 2 for, good Lord. They spent how many? 90, all the way through to, they spent 61 years. Like I said, Sam, as I keep saying, we've got lookups. We're going to use the lookups to do the lookups. I'll open the lookup window in a minute, but until then, we will be doing the things already in the lookup queue. I need like a command, really. But I know I've said this while you're in chat. So, League 2, they did 60 years in League 2, then got relegated, then came back to League 2, then went National League North for the last 3 years and haven't managed to escape it yet. They're playing in Hillsborough in National League North. We haven't had a look at the full English league. I'm just doing what chat tell me to do, right? You know? Also, if I look at Al Ittihad, I'm not going to really be able to show you much because they're not playing in European competitions. They probably won't even have a squad. You're not going to see a lot, I wouldn't have thought. But yeah, Sheffield Wednesday, a genuine surprise. Love that. Santa Lucia. Are they back? Well, we know they're back, in fact. Have they won anything? They've won 3 BOV Challenge Leagues. Have a Spanish manager, actually. Get a bit ridiculous. How do you mean? It's very ridiculous. That's the whole point. Al Ittihad normally. You can look at them. World rankings. Not directly. We've looked at certain nations' world rankings, but not the actual rankings themselves. As a whole. Yeah, they were at... So where was it? It was... Wow. So they got relegated down here and then finished basically bottom for a long, long time before finally climbing back out of it. Then getting back down again. Sirens went after we quit. They won 88 titles in total, which means they won 58 titles after I quit. Roughly. In fact, no, not roughly. Exactly. Portsmouth, yeah. Well, hey, we'll have plenty of time on Tuesday for more. I think we might get a couple more done today. What I'll do is, obviously, if we have some outstanding when we finish stream, I'll just keep them in the queue so we can start off with those on Tuesday. Because I think we'll probably get through the next batch because we've still got like another 40 minutes and there's only 22 left in the queue. So Santa Lucia, they've done bits. Fenerbahce. Top flight, which is stands to reason. They've only won... They've won a good amount of titles, but they haven't won it in 30-odd years. And even that was a bit of a blip. That's actually a surprise. Let me just quickly look at the Turkish league. See if there is any like mad surprises. So Galatasaray win loads. Besiktas got a couple in there. Trabzonspor grab one. I just want to see if there's like a random like Adana Demirspor title or something. It looks like no. God, Galatasaray really have just been killing it here. It's mostly been Galatasaray and Besiktas there. Was there a Bursaspor? Nice. Fenerbahce grabbed one there, but then it's back to Galatasaray again. Fenerbahce with a random one. It basically feels like Galatasaray for the most part with occasional punctuation from Fenerbahce and Besiktas. Oh my goodness. And then Galatasaray win the last 30 in a row. They're like, no, none of this. Scotland not being turned on. Is Scotland just Celtic? Sirens competition rankings. That could have been the real life one, to be fair. Yeah, rest of Turkey letting us down a little bit there. Competition rankings. We already looked at that, didn't we? Maltese Premier, we looked at that already. Portuguese. Okay, right, this will be fun. Because Portugal apparently is a mess. Well, they've got a guy at Tarxien Ramos for a start. Right, top flight in Portugal. Portugal are still 5th in the world, so they've got good players. Oh my god. Well, I mean... That is an absolute mess. The top 4 in Portugal is Estrela Amadora, Tondela, Torreense, and Belenenses. Hi, where's the guys? So, Porto are 8th, Sporting are 10th, and Benfica are 14th, which is hilarious because they won the title last year. Benfica won the title, they came 14th the following year and only just survived relegation. Past winners is going to be an absolute... Shout out to Felgueiras. Right, back we come. Let's see how this happened. So, as usual in this save, it was pretty much, other than that one title for Sporting there, Porto absolutely dominated it. Then Nacional just went, nah, fuck this, Madeira massive. Coimbra youth team. No, they're a proper club. Like, we signed our guy Figueiras, you know, the ridiculous left winger. He was from Coimbra, I believe. Or it was either him or Teixeira. Setúbal grabbed one. Then Sporting came back and actually did some stuff here randomly. Porto. Also, chat, I know it's Sporting, right? But I've noticed in media lately, all of a sudden there's been this latest, like, burgeoning trend of them being referred to by commentators and pundits as Sporting Lisbon again. Why has that started happening again? Because for a while it felt like it was only ever Sporting, because that's actually the name of the club. But it feels like lately I've been hearing more and more commentators calling them Sporting Lisbon again. And I don't really know why. Is that like... It's something I've noticed more and more, especially when I was watching the Arsenal game the other day. Yeah, Boavista got one. Tondela grabbed a couple of titles there. Chaves got one. I know, but like everyone knows that if you're talking about a Portuguese club and it's Sporting, right? It's just odd that they've suddenly started referencing it like that again. They never used to. It's a great way of pissing off Sporting fans. Speaking of Sporting, considering how bad they were through most of this save, look at this run here. That's 23 straight seasons. Which is... No, I know why they're calling them... Sorry, okay. I think I phrased that poorly. I know why they're calling them that, because they're based in Lisbon. What I mean is... That's not their name, and for a while they called them Sporting because that was the club's name. But now all of a sudden they've started saying Sporting Lisbon again randomly. That's what I mean. It felt like people had stopped saying it like that, and now they're saying it again. Estrela da Amadora, Farense, Tondela, Torreense. I hope I'm saying these names correctly. Forgive me if I'm not. Because of Amarin. Yeah, but these are like commentators, right? Sporting is not the area. Huh? What's that got to do with anything? It's the name of the club. Like... Belenenses, Rio Ave. Fair. Chelsea London, isn't it? Yeah. It is a bit of a mindful. I don't know how much clearer I could have been with what I was saying, but it seems like I've somehow managed to miscommunicate what I was trying to say. But hey, it's fine. We move. Well, yeah. Because of Sporting Braga. Okay, we're going to move. Since I don't know if people are willfully misunderstanding me at this point, but still. Professional looking back, I know. Competent, no. Yeah, let's do it. I was just calling out something I'd noticed lately. Particularly as if you do call them, if you call them anything other than Sporting, people will jump down your throat. So I was just noticing the fact that lately I'd noticed more commentators and pundits actually saying Sporting Lisbon as opposed to Sporting. Anyway, Alonzi. Why have we got news? Oh, I suppose it's always there, isn't it? Anyway, that was Portuguese. Oh, no, we want to look properly at the Portuguese leagues anyway. Right. Okay. Point being, it's a bit of a mess, isn't it? Like, it's an absolute mess. Right. There's a guy called Matt Edwards, though, that played... Oh, that's cool. Canadian Portuguese. We love to see it. Who? Is that a loan? Yeah, I thought that was actually Gend there. They'll be fine. Everton, unfortunately, have plot armor. It is impossible. They will not be able to get relegated. That was the league we already looked at from Hadrian. Sorry, a bunch of points there. Crawley Town. Yeah, actually, that's a great look up. I didn't think that was going to be a Canawas. I thought that was just an observation. But this is the internet, I suppose. Right, Crawley Town. Who are in... Would you believe it? They're in League One. I know that's going to come as a massive surprise because them and 100 other teams are also in League One. Shocker. But the weird thing about it is that they were in the Prem because they've obviously won a Conference League in this save. But that was a while ago, it seems. Actually, not that long ago. I don't know. Premier League Championship, I'm pretty certain are empty leagues at this stage. Crawley are in League One. They were in the Premier League for ages. Had a couple of like 7th places there. Then they were back into Premier League there. I suspect language barriers. Oh, there you go. There's a little run there. The Championship's just Chelsea. As far as I know, Thomas, not a single team we have looked at from the English leagues has been in the Championship, or even the Premier League for that matter. Man United have, sorry. Man United were in the Premier League still, technically. They're the only team in the Premier League. But Crawley did win a Conference League, which is pretty sick. Just out of nowhere. Randomly got to... When was that? That was like 100 years ago, wasn't it? That wasn't even that far after the end of the save, which is what makes it even weirder. Like, Crawley were in the Conference League... So they were in League 2, basically. In fact, they were in National League South 20 years before winning the Conference League. 2nd in the Championship. Then they came 6th in the Premier League, then 7th, and that was the following year when they won the Conference League out of nowhere. Not getting the Champions League, that's fine, we'll get there. I might just look at it myself, honestly. In fact, fuck it, I'm going to do it myself. I can't stand the tension of who the hell's in the Championship. Even the game doesn't care. It's like, have you thought about the Champions League? Tranmere versus Burton is the playoff final, if that should tell you anything. So Bournemouth and Saints are coming up. Bolton, Villa, and Torquay United are also in the Championship. Ipswich getting relegated with Leyton Orient. Speaking of Leyton Orient, did you guys see the goalkeeper scoring? I think it was yesterday, and then did the full knee slide celebration. It was great. Chelsea are there. Yeah, nobody's won it 2 years in a row lately, chat. Crazy competitiveness here. The Vegans are up there. Tranmere being promoted through the playoffs is pretty dope. A goalkeeper goal, yes. Josh Keeley, that was him, yeah. The thing I liked about it, it was an equaliser, but it was the fact that he actually, because most of the time when goalkeepers score, they don't know what to do, so they generally speaking just stand there and do that, and then their teammates swamp them. But he did a full knee slide celebration. I love it because it's like he's thought about this. It's tremendous work from him there. There's Grimsby. Wrexham are in there as well. I kind of do just want to look at the English leagues for a second because this is my own curiosities I'm satisfied now. I can't bear the thought of it not showing us anymore. So the Premier League is West Ham, Wolves, Watford. It's just the W's, literally. Then followed by Man City, Man United, Barnsley and Plymouth. Chat, Solihull Moors are in the Premier League. Solihull Moors are 11th in the Premier League. Shout out to my local club, Cambridge United, as well. I say my local club. My local city club. Not even my local city club anymore. Christ. Can't even say that. I bet Ely City aren't doing very well. Big up Solihull Moors. What's their rise to fame been like? Wayne Rooney's Plymouth. You never know. Might be. So they've been in there for a while, actually. They've got a guy called Svartvedet, as they've got a Norwegian coach as well. How's this even happened? Michiechui. I'm sorry if I've said that incorrectly. I'm certain I have. What can I call you? Thank you so much for the follow, though. I do appreciate that. Oh. I play EFC with the same name as your Twitch. I don't stream it or anything, Queenie. But like I do play EAFC on like PC, and my username technically is SecondYellowCard on there. Why have you come up against me? Hello, Michi. Talent scouting Indonesia and play. Oh, nice. That's awesome. We love Indonesia. We love FM Indonesia over here. Indonesian player suggestions. I'm afraid that's not going to be very useful to you, my friend, because we are in 2176. It's not actually going to benefit us a great deal in our current state, sadly. But it's cool that you're doing that. Indonesian FM scene is huge. Is it a Fulham team? Yeah, it's a Fulham Evo team. I have a full Fulham Evo team now. It's amazing. I've finally got an Evo right back now because Tete fits into a couple of the Flash ones. The only thing I have is I do have Emiliano Martinez in goal because I haven't managed to afford Van der Sar yet. That's my one little thing. I want to save up for the Legend Van der Sar card, and then I can have a full Fulham Evo team. It's so much fun. Yeah, when you played me, if it was the other day, I probably had the same. I had full Fulham Evo, then plus Philip Lahm at right back. I know Fulham got relegated from the Premier League this season, but yeah, that almost certainly was me then. If it's second yellow card and it's a full Fulham Evo team, that was 100% me. Did I win or lose? No Eric Bartos. No Eric Bartos in there, yeah. The weirdest imposter ever. Just happens to have my username on EA on PC. I don't know if I have cross-platform. Actually, to be fair, can you play against PC players if you on console when it comes to matchmaking, or does that not work? You better get 3-0. Fair enough. Usually that's my rule. If it's 3-0, I'm like, I think the only reason I would stay in a game when I'm 3-0 down is usually if I've got like an Evo that I need to play a certain number of games for them or something. Most of the time I stay there. Vieira today. That's insane. I did all three of those 82 by 14s and I got literally nothing. Hey, no. I mean, I'm going to blame it on the fact that it was before I moved into this house and all of a sudden became goated. I literally went up 2 divisions. Raul Jimenez. Oh, yeah, I have this 80. I think it's 85 rate. Is that 80? I think, no, it's an 84 rated Raul Jimenez, but he's got like 90 pace. He's legitimately ridiculous. Because he's so strong. He's so fucking strong. Yeah, Solihull Moors are great. Love that for them. Let me just quickly see what the situation is like in League 2. What should be completely normal? So Colchester Blackpool is League 1. So this is actually League 1. Speaking of QPR, there they are. Yeah, Centurion Evo Raul. Also, I've now got an 87 rated Andreas Pereira, who's an absolute monster. Because he fit into another Evo a couple of days ago. So he's now got like 87 pace, but he's also got like Relentless Plus and another plus, and I can't remember what it is. He's insanely good. Charlton getting relegated. But I'll put a screenshot of my Evo team in the Discord later, because I'm probably going to play some EAFC later. I've got to do my dailies. I've actually been quite enjoying it lately. Spurs naturally are in there too, with Palace, Stoke, AFC Filed, Forest, of course. It just feels like we got really unlucky. Like, we looked up Forest, Palace, and Spurs, and they happen to be... Oh, and Brentford are in there as well, Daz. Like, they happen to be like the Premier League teams that happen to be in League 1 right now. I bet League 2's crazy. Port Vale beat Coventry in the final, the playoffs. Sutton, Leicester, Norwich, Port Vale. This is like the championship. There's Pompey. Oh my god, minus 70 goal difference. Norwich, Millwall, Coventry, West Brom, Swansea, all in this one. Lordy lord. Weymouth and Billericay Town in there too. Good stuff. What are you looking for, Gusta? Be unreal. Yes. Also got the, the Rush, Total Rush Iwobi SBC. They did a month or so ago. I have that, but I put that in an Evo as well. So I've got like an 87 rated version of him that's got insanely good shooting and passing as well on top now. I told you the Bristol Rovers would be above them. It seems to always happen. Let's actually... is there a lookup for Portsmouth? If not, we'll get to that anyway. Right. Oh, it does show up. Ballon d'Or. Oh, yeah, Sirens. Wow. Okay, so that was where we left off there. Scarpolini won a few. Then they signed that guy for £200 million, which was a waste of money, but he did win the Ballon d'Or, so I guess there's that. Yanone, that makes me so sad. I'm trying to do the Flash Evos. I've done one on Harry Wilson. I've done the one on Andreas Pereira and Iwobi. I've got one on Kenny Tete at the moment, but I haven't had a chance. Yesterday I was... family came over and I was out in the city because obviously we've only just moved in here, so I've had a chance to do them at the moment, but I'm going to get through them. I've got so many outstanding Evos, it's insane. I've got a Sander Berger one that will take him to an 84 rated. Andrea Pereira comments. Which comments were those? It was a Syrian guy. Oh, shit. That's amazing. Oh, he's actually clickable too. Oh, because he plays there currently. Oh, it's reset the bloody page, isn't it? West Ham had... This guy won it 3 years in a row. Massimo Marabesi, who's Italian, obviously. He's not quite half. Oh, by the way, as for the Patreon regions, I'll probably do like a separate video that I can put on the Patreon that will go through that specifically. That's sick. That way, because I want to make sure that... Well, firstly, I want to know myself. Oh, hell's... A French guy called Ted Nelson has been dropped. Has he been dropped for the Spurs game today? I mean, that's fun, isn't it? Man's literally been a starter for 3 years and has had total trust from the manager, but has really struggled to find decent form lately, and his set-piece delivery has been woeful. Gets dropped for 1 game and he's asking to... It's like an FM player, isn't he? That's a good attitude to have. So there's Ted Nelson, who's just straight up French. Came through at Toulouse. What a weird name for a French player, just Ted Nelson. I respect that from him. Wimbledon. Right, sorry, chat. I'm going to have another pee break. I drank way too much coffee. I should be back. I'm going to grab a Beppis as well while I'm at it. I should return momentarily. Guess about the Wiz quiz. You never know, right? Save file is in the Discord, Queenie. In the stream chat section. Both this one and the current version as well. Right, back in a sec. An ex-player, you say? Depends on what I was playing. I am an England international, technically. That is a fact. Oh, chat, I just did the most sort of unnecessary thing ever. I just used the downstairs toilet for absolutely no reason. Put stats up. Oh, basically, Spin, if you're new to... I'm a player. If you're new to stream, basically, when I go for a pee break, I put random career stats of a Premier League player, and chat have to guess who it is, basically. Yes, the hands are a bit drier this time. Streamer is Andrea Orlandi, innit? Also, Bauer after you know it. It is Benjamin Bauer. That was the guy I kept thinking was a really good player, and it looks like I might have been vindicated on that one. So yeah, I just saw the lineup for the Fulham Spurs game. Pereira not only dropped, he's not even on the bench, which is intriguing. We've also got a guy on the bench called Amissa, who I've legitimately never heard of, which is cool. So, yeah, I wonder what's happening with the whole Andres Pereira thing then. I must have been out of the loop. So, Ballon d'Or, let's look up Wimbledon. Part of me thinks that we're probably only going to be able to get through the requests that are in the queue now, and we may have to save the rest till Tuesday. We missed it too, I know. In the Discord, yeah, in the stream chat. Hopefully everyone's found it. Yeah. There's like a section called Stream Chat under the SYT channels, and it's in there. It's like a media file link. So, a couple of guys there for Wimbledon who are in League Two, which seems like they've... Right. It looks like they've just... No, Scotland aren't loaded in the sim. However, it didn't matter because Scotland have done really well anyway. Scotland are in like a top 5 league now, despite that, which is crazy. Considering I had France and Portugal turned on and they've both absolutely shat le bed. Have they not left League One or League Two? Wimbledon have basically been in either League One or League Two for the last 120 seasons. Good sweet Jesus. I might even refund your points out of that just out of pity. There's just nothing for us to look at there. Bradford City are in the Championship. There you go. Finally, a team exists in the Championship. They have it. That means they've always been above the Dons for the most part. Yeah, which I guess is something. Yeah, Bradford City are a Championship side, though. And that they've been a Premier League side. Hello. In fact, they finished as high as 6th in the Premier League. And then absolutely had the arse fall out of them. Again, promoted, immediately decide to be really good in the Prem for a couple of seasons, then, again, fall away. They were in League One a little while ago. Long time in the Championship. One season in the Premier League where they did have a very poor time of it, sadly. That means they must have played in Europe. They absolutely did, yeah. The Dons at one point, Sam, were in National League North, so 6th tier, essentially. They certainly fell off hard. Best current players. Do you know I actually haven't, have I? I could just do that now. Let me just load the save into FMRTE for a second. Sorry, no, I haven't thought about doing that. I guess it won't look too different. I'd be willing to bet there's like 2 or 3 guys that have high PA. Not that we'll have heard of them anyway. How do I do this again? Is it that? Yeah. Oh, it's save the settings? Either way, that'll be the one. Right, let's see. There is actually a 200 PA guy playing for Roma called Giuseppe Berzagli, but he's only 18, so he's not actually got high CA. I'll find the highest CA'd player in the save currently. It is Bruno Sanchez of Real Madrid. Can you believe it? This guy. Bloody hell. This is the best player in the save as far as CA goes. He's at 194. They are mostly... The CA guys are... I'll just read you the... Actually, I'll just show you. I'll just screen... Oh, fuck. I'm going to change my microphone settings then. I'll just show you the screen grab. Don't know why my Gyatso hotkeys have stopped working. Weird. Left him on a free. Good lord. Right, here we go. These are the top players in the save currently. So there might be some guys with higher PA, but these are the top CA players. God, it really drops off quickly, doesn't it? Like, there's only 3 guys that are 190 or above. And they're at Sevilla, actually. Louis Young there, who's Danish at Gazira United, has the... That's amazing. The 4th best player in the world is a guy called Louis Young, who's Danish and plays for Gazira United. Danny Bois is good too. Actually, that might not even be pronounced like that because he's Spanish. Syrian dude in there too, which is the guy we clicked on earlier. Any other Icelandic dude called Aurelius Zoega. That is not an Icelandic name, is it? But yet, that's his only nationality. And he's come through at Bochum. And the other fun ones. Was that Welsh guy? Matthew Williams of Wolves. Then just loads. There's a Spanish dude here as well at Gazira United. Goddamn. Bosch. Ah, okay. I thought so. With the name being like... With it being Spanish, I figured there's no way it was pronounced Bois, you know? Still, that's kind of sick. Right, where were we? He's pretty dope. What besides that? That is FMRTE. So essentially, it's just like a piece of third-party software that can read stuff out of your save file, which I've got so that we could do things like this today. And obviously, I used it for the agent video with Aaron Walker, and I think I've used it for other agent videos too, because you can do stuff with like you can see when a player's negotiating a contract what they're being offered by it, which is really useful for agent videos. Right, we did Bradford City, England Euros. Did England not qualify for that Euros then? Euro qualifiers. So the one that Malta won, England didn't even get to. Oh, they did. There's new face in the game still. As if there's still 2 of them. I like there was a 96-year-old fox. Imagine you're Teddy Ivanov, right? You really want your face in the game player to come around. You have to wait 120... No, sorry, not 120 years. I just realised we're not even 120 years in the future. We're over 150. That's nuts. So England did qualify for that one then. Yeah, 155 years, yeah. So which year did England not qualify then? Yeah, they must have not got to the knockouts of it. I think they've qualified for them all. Oh, we can find out easily enough, actually. Just by clicking on England. And then looking at their Euro record. It looks like they've... Well, the word lost is appearing here. Quite a lot. Does he at least have good play? Probably not, honestly. I think they have qualified for all of them. But what a couple in there, I suppose. Highest transfer fee for a Dane. We can look at that from this page, can't we? Fourth in group. Yeah, that's not a great year, is it? Right, the most expensive Dane. It might be that guy that... It could be someone like... Wow, look at that. 2 of the top... Oh, that's even better. 3 of the top Danish players play in Malta for different clubs as well. Which means I bet you one of these is the best. Highest fee was 100... No way. That's amazing. The most expensive Danish player still is Dan Strong, who was one of the Patreon regens. That was during the save. Though what I will say is FC Copenhagen paid £32 million for Robert Svane from Sweetie United. Rasmus Højlund's actually the top scorer ever. What was I going to check? Shout out to Dan. Yeah, I wonder what Dan's PA is. 31st overall. So if they got in, they had to go through other routes. Oh, really? So they did come pretty close to or didn't qualify. So it was qualifiers. 100 million for one. Jesus Christ. Let's check. So it was 2,164. So this one here. Oh yeah, England finished behind, hilariously, Malta, Georgia. England came 4th in a group with Serbia, Malta and Georgia. That means Malta must have surely beaten England. 1-0 and then 3-2 at Wembley. I like how Malta just became good on their own in the end and actually won a European Championship. Who drew with Luxembourg? Would you be willing to bet it's probably England? England drew 2-2 with Luxembourg. Luxembourg have really fallen off. Not as bad as like Liechtenstein with their minus 58 goal difference is pretty heinous. National team managers. We can look through the national team managers, but the issue is you would not have heard of any of them because none of them will be real people. And none of them will be regens that you've heard of either. So like, for example, if we go to like the job security thing here. No, wait, it's... wait, hang on. That's the one we want. Like, these are all the international jobs, but none of the managers will be people we've ever actually... Yeah, who is the current England boss, at least? It's this guy, Clay. It's a distinctly Maltese-sounding bloke. Oh, he's Maltese, yeah. There's literally a Maltese manager in charge of England. 600 youth rating. I think basically, Chris, when we looked at the national team, there was a lot of Spanish players in it with second nationality. So I think what happened is Spain were really good, and a lot of them that couldn't quite get in the Spanish clubs started declaring from Malta because they were playing in Malta. Because obviously, as Maltese clubs got better, they were bringing more and more high caliber players in. So I guess that's how Malta did it. It is funny though that they finished above Spain in the Euros because they won it. That has to be how it happened. That they had some kind of lucky draw. Remember, they beat Czechia in the final. It wasn't like they beat, Spain in the final. So here is he. He was a player for Balsan, but didn't really have much success there, I don't think. No, he never really played for Balsan. Played for Tarfa in the amateur leagues, then for Sagivi, then actually did get promoted with them. Then he left to go join the ever-dominant Victoria Hotspurs. I want to see how many goals of titles they've won. Oh. Well, they actually only won 33 of them. Sorry, 31 of them, which means someone else has started being... Because for a while... Victoria Hotspurs were the only team in Gozo, really. And then they absolutely shat the bed. And then just everybody else started taking over. Eindhoven got one. Just, I think every single team in Gozo's pretty much won one at this stage. I like that we got a Borg. Felix Quintanilla. What's that? Quintanilla? Or Quintanilla? I probably could just go via... there he is. Felix Quintanilla. Is it because he played for Fulham? Oh, that's dope. So he played for Fulham for ages, then became Hamron manager. He's basically like Bartosz, but better. Won a Carabao Cup. Oh, sorry, hang on, how did he win a Community Shield? How did he win a Community Shield with Fulham, but not win anything? Did they like come runner-up in an FA Cup or something? Oh, second place in the league, I suppose, yeah. So he was Hamron manager for like 15 years as well. Fulham from Grace. France and Portugal. Like I said, Michi, we're 155 seasons into the save. Those player suggestions are not going to be helpful to us. I do appreciate it, but it's just not really going to be helpful to us at this stage in the save. There's no need to keep spamming it. That's true. He could have. That's true. Yeah, he might have taken over. Maybe their manager got poached after they won something potentially. Out of interest. I'm just saying. Premier League title, Premier League winners. I will apparently be singing that. There we go. Yeah, I just need to survive until I'm 106. There's a chance. I mean, there's always a chance. We could do it this season, chat. Plenty of time. Love that for him. Bournemouth. I can never spell Bournemouth. Something about it breaks my brain. Spurs are in League One, and no. Unfortunately, we have already looked at Spurs, and they are unfortunately in League One and have not won anything. No. They won a Conference League, but they haven't won anything domestic, unfortunately. They've very much done Spursy things, you know? It's like FM just knows. Let's see. Wait, Jermaine Defoe's an icon at Bournemouth? Huh. How long did Jermaine Defoe play at Bournemouth? Was he there for a much longer time than I remember? Or is this just another player called Jermaine? 2 loan spells is enough to make him an icon. That seems a bit much. Did they win a couple of league titles in there when I wasn't paying attention? That seems excessive. Was just like, I mean, I agree there, but 57 games over 2 loan spells is enough to make you an icon at Bournemouth. Okay. So, Bournemouth have won an FA Cup and at least have been mostly a Championship Premier League side. Generally speaking, they've done like one occasional seasons in like League One. Well, just the one, actually. Damn, Bournemouth have actually been incredibly like consistent. Like, their manager... Well, it's interesting that you say that. He has a minus 153 goal difference, which implies he's been here a while, given that he's managed 700 games in charge of Bournemouth. He's been here for 15 years. And the only thing he's won is the Championship, which I believe is this season. That might just save him. They've probably just been very mid in the Premier League for a very long time. In fact, I think that's exactly what's happened. Right? Yeah, they were just like a proper like bottom half circling the drain team for like a decade, pretty much. So again, Mishi, just to clarify, we are in 155 years into the future, so these players will not be available in this save. I feel like we've come to an understanding at this point. But hey, you know. That's cool, though. I like how consistent Bournemouth have been over this period. That's actually surprising. Premier League we have already looked at. Sporting, I do want to see actually just how many titles they've managed to win in this period. It just looks up Newcastle. Where are Newcastle? I feel like I haven't seen them. Oh yeah, because I have to type in Sporting CP like that, don't I? So 64 league titles for about 6 seasons. So you've been there the whole time, but done sod all with it. I respect it in a way. So 3 Europa Leagues for Sporting, 2 Conference Leagues, 64 league titles is a good amount. Particularly when you consider how poor they were at when we were actually playing the save. Like, Sporting were generally very, very... The last thing Sporting did in the save before we left it was lose the Europa League final to Sweetie United. So we've got that to thank them for. And as you can see here, they'd also been relegated out of the... Hang on, they got promoted from 4th, I guess, because playoffs, right? It's weird because they were actually up as high as 3rd here and then just immediately shat the bed over a couple of seasons. Oh my god, you're right. Ivan Kravets managed Al Hilal, Sporting, and Man City. And won stuff as a manager. He also finished 2nd in the championship with City. I really am going to have to look through and see if any of the City... What I might do, actually, is see if any of the players that we recognise have managed the other Maltese sides in the top flight. Because I feel like that's an important thing to check on before we get cracking later. We've done Europa League. OFC, we haven't done that. I want to just make sure I catch up. So we did that as well. That's a Spotify thingy. Ah, fuck. I'll refund your point. That was that one, wasn't it? And then, yeah, so what we'll do is we'll finish off with these 2 things. Don't worry, we're going to do another one of these on Tuesday because there's still so much stuff to go over. But I want to go off and watch the Fulham game. But we'll have plenty of time to do exactly that. So first thing I want to do, though, is just look at the other clubs in Malta and their managerial histories to see if any of our guys did manage any of them at any stage. Good lord. Just if you see a name you recognise, let me know. It's not looking good for Slima, though they have won a lot of stuff. Restaurant for 24. Yeah, we're doing Outcast to Icons save, which is basically a lower league journeyman European edition with all sorts of caveats to it. I'm going to make a video about exactly what it is and how it works. Santa Lucia. So was his name Adressa Fail? Etienne Galea. Wait a minute. That name sounds awfully suspicious. Del Castillo. Yeah, unfortunately, these are guys that left the club. But I'm pretty certain Etienne Galea was a youth player of ours. But because he would have left the club by that, I didn't have him saved on the keep history after retirement. Nicolas Del Castillo definitely wasn't he? There must be some of these guys. Lamine Yamal obviously managed Sweetie. That much we do know. Because the only realistic, they were going to be in that sort of period there, weren't they? Tarxien, have they had anyone fun? So Keon Lee actually managed Tarxien. Mateus Paez! There he is! He was really bad. That's a hell of a step up. Honestly, scumbag, who left us as our captain to join Juve and they did 3 years there, became Hamren's under-23s fitness coach. And Tarxien thought, yeah, that's who we want to be our new manager. And he lasted all of less than a year. What a weird choice that was, to take Hamren's under-23s fitness coach as your manager. Then they took Keon Lee, who of course was a Sirens legend, who was actually a Sirens coach himself before coming back to them. Anyone else they got? Heldecott? No, that doesn't ring a bell. Looks like that was all of them. God, Tarxien have had a lot of long-serving managers. Keon Lee was actually in our sort of managerial academy, if you like. Jesus, Valletta have had a lot of managers. I just want to see names I recognise in here. Zabar, maybe? Other than obviously Hadrian. Alberto Gutierrez. Levi Colwell. So he was there for 2 years. They had Whitney Bell. That's kind of sick. Again, it's a player that was left long times ago. Then we've got Kerwin Vargas. I feel like if anyone would, it would have been someone like Goodyear, but my God, hang on a minute. They had a guy, Lucas Kuhn, was there for 21 years. And it's not hard to see why. He won 3 league titles and a shitload of cups. Didn't actually win a Champions League for them as it goes. Someone else did that later. Gazira United got no one that I can really see, unfortunately. I know, who does he think he is? Anyone at Lewis Breitenbach? Wow, that was... Yeah, he was there for 20... This guy here, who sounds Thai. Yep, Thai manager of Hammer for 20 seasons. Hibernians, did they have anyone good? God, they had a lot of them, which suggests no. Though they had Lamine Yamal as well. Freddie Valerio also is a name I recognise vaguely. I feel like he managed or was in around our level as well. It genuinely feels like none of these guys have come back. There's no way Orme had anyone good. They had Del Castillo, actually, as it happens. Weirdly. And Etienne Galea as well, which definitely means it was the same guy. Did Giz van der... Oh, good for Giz van der Water. There's Mingo. Shout out to Mingo. And we're back to Sirens. Good to know. Okay, so not the only one that's noteworthy really is Mateus Pais. Now, obviously, I think one of the things we'll have to do on Tuesday is look through the actual players' histories after we finish the save to see if any of them became managers, because I feel like that's something we've not really done a lot of today. 10 different nationalities. So what are the two that are the same? Have we got like 2 Portuguese players probably? It feels like that, or 2 Brazilians. That feels like something we would do. Right, so Champions League. Wait, no, AFC Champions League. Wow, it's actually not as dominated by New Zealand as I thought it would be. It's quite a lot of dubs there. 2 English. Oh, of course, yeah, because we've got what? Who do we have? Oh, well, Smith Rowe and... Is Nelson starting still? I actually didn't see if Nelson was starting. Oh, he is starting. Okay, cool. I wasn't sure if we dropped him for Adama again, because he's actually not been amazing. Ironically, he did really well off the bench, got the starts, and he's been a bit funky since he's actually been starting games for us. Yeah, it's been mostly New Zealand, but still a lot of like Tahitian sides, and more than you'd expect, honestly. And best Bangladeshi national player. That's a lovely little one to finish off on. Don't worry, we'll be doing it again on Tuesday to go through the rest of the stuff. And there'll also be, hopefully, a recap video for the last 2 seasons out on Tuesday as well. Because I should be able to record that tomorrow without a problem. And a Patreon region roundup that will go through the PAs and CAs of the Patreon regions. So, Bangladesh's best player. Actually, what I can do... I think I can do this in... Can I do this in RTE? I don't know how this works. Can I isolate nationality and actually find the best Bangladeshi player for you specifically? So the best player currently is Sujon Lincoln with 73 CA, but there might be a guy with higher PA than him. So, yes. Okay, so there's a guy called Arifi Zuzaman. That's his actual name. I think. No, I can't spell it. God damn it, man. Been to Malta. I have, yes. I went there in February. So just 50 seconds into typical. Oh, Arifuzaman. This guy. This guy is the player from Bangladesh with the highest PA. He currently has 99 PA. And the highest CA guy was the guy I just mentioned, whose name was Lincoln something or other. Now it won't let me click it for some reason. Sujan Lincoln. This guy, who has 75 caps for Bangladesh, and he has, I believe, 73 CA, which is still a massive chunk higher than the nearest one. It's 66 after that. There is a guy, though, actually, at Basuntara Kings, who's got 65 CA and 87 PA, and he's only 19. But he's a goalkeeper, which is really annoying, because it just feels like he's never going to develop like that. Right, I would say I'd save it here, but I actually don't need to save it here. So, on Tuesday, let me just find someone to raid. On Tuesday, we're going to come back and do more looking forward, because otherwise, like I said, I wouldn't be doing a stream on Tuesday because I'm still working on the OTI stuff. So I figure we may as well do that, right? Because it's fun more than anything else. So we're going to do that, which we can look through some of the individual Sirens players and see how their careers progressed afterwards, as well as just do loads more random lookouts for you guys. Thank you. I've been waiting like weeks to wear this jumper. So, God, I love doing these. We're going to send you guys to Soaky Bear, because I recognize that name from chat sometimes. Look how much you... It's wobbling like so much right now. I wish there was anything I could do to try and stop the wobbles. Yes, new background, new house, new background, new everything. New camera. Well, not new camera. It just looks new, I suspect. Hopefully that's correct. Yeah, got to make sure the logo's popped up. Office upgrade. In the sense that it is now an office rather than a bedroom, which is tremendous. Brand new streamer. Ah, good. I'm excited about Tuesday stream. I'm excited about next Sunday stream. I'm just excited about content in general, right? I'm just generally, I have a disposition of excitement, and I hope that you do too. So, yeah, thank you for joining me today. This has been really, really fun. I get the feeling that somehow Tuesday might end up being even more crazy because people are going to find stuff in the database, right? Also, if you do want access to the save file, both the future one that we did today and also the one that you can pick up where I left off with Sirens as Janosch, they're both in the Discord over in the stream chat. !Discord if you're not already a member, you can get through there and get it like that. So, yeah. I'm going to go probably watch Fulham lose to Spurs now. So have a lovely day, friends. I'm going to have some McDonald's later. I'll send you